Hi, everybody. Welcome to ZealZaddy. I'm Scott. My pronouns are he, him, and this is Elixia, our D&D 5e campaign. This is Season 3, Episode 4, titled, What Goes Wrong When Things Go Right? Question mark. Because, of course, if things are going right, nothing could go wrong. It's all going right, so perfect. We release product to Drive-Thru RPG on a more or less weekly basis. We just released today, as a matter of fact, Khalil Azmi, which is an NPC in our urban setting called Vadashar. Can be dropped in anywhere. Really interesting, really cool person. I think you'd like it, and it's pay what you want. So if you want to get a freebie and check it out, see what we're doing, go get it. I'll drop in chat the link to our product in a little bit. But let's first get everybody in here. All right. So we're going to go last to Tiffany because she's eating a little bit. So we're going to give her a moment to get her food in. So let's start with Blake.
Hey everybody, I'm Blake. I play Hipley Amberwater. Today's like Giving Tuesday or something like that, so use whatever charity you want to. Which one is gonna be cool. It's the right decision. So we're going to get to do it, and that's awesome. And that's I think that's whatever for me. So on to the next one.
All right, let's go to Natalie.
All right. Hi everybody. My name is Natalie. I use she/they pronouns, as does my character Desus, a half tiefling, half myriad, circle of the star druids, a little bit of warlock. Who's just trying to do their best given the circumstances. You can find me most places with Ghost Candle, where I post my art about any tabletop things I'm doing, which this week on Thursday, December 1st, you can find me on the now award-winning Girls Runs These Worlds, where I am DMing a holiday 3-part adventure that I also wrote in the setting of Humblewood. You can join our party of woodland creatures in a very humble Glowtide, where they go on a whimsical journey celebrating the season, and maybe save it. We'll see what happens, and that's, again, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Girls vs. the Worlds.
All right, let's go to Jazz.
What up? My name's Jazz, also known as Cinderscoria on Twitter. For now, I don't really have any other socials.
You have Tumblr.
I have a Tumblr. You can find me on Tumblr. I don't ever use it except for when I do. And the vibe is very different because I'm a different person on every social media platform. Surprise. I am playing Jada, our Word Sorcerer / Fighter. They're kind of going through it. They were pretty badass last session, so maybe they're fine. Maybe everything's fine.
They took down a snail.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool.
All right.
That's me. Somebody else talk.
Okay, Morgan, hop in.
What's up, travelers? I'm Morgan with My Played Mondays. My pronouns are he, him. That's for me and my character, who is Eisen. You can find me on social media everywhere except Twitter at Mindplayed Mondays. On Twitter and on Hive Social, I should say. You can find me at Mindplayed Mun. I am the founder of Mindplayed Mondays. It is a website where you can hire myself or some of my other DM friends to run games for you and your friends or family. Check us out. We do online across the country, and we do in person if you're local South Florida. Beyond pro DMing, I also have D&D t-shirts on Amazon and other products on Redbubble. Thank you, Tiffany. And several published pieces of content on the DMs Guild. And finally, I have a podcast called Mind Played Mondays Podcasts. We release new episodes every other Monday for you to listen to on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, and a whole bunch of other podcast places. Our main story is a 5e campaign at this moment, and our characters just finished exploring the Underdark. We just finished Season 2, and we're going to start doing some one-shots. I think I'm going to do a one-shot of Mask over there to get myself ready in the mindset to run a mini-campaign of Mask. And one of our guys wants to do was it Cyberpunk Red or something like that, I think it's called? Or Red Cyberpunk? I don't know. There's another game they're going to be doing as a one-shot on there, so check it out. But that's, like I said, I'm playing Eisen. He is new to the party, and he is a little bit of an oddball. And as always, I'm just happy to be here with this amazing, amazing group of people. So let's get going.
All right, Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I play Cerridwen Sagewynd. She's part of the party, and she's currently in the throes of deep mourning and learning to be a person again. As for what I do personally, I run my own campaign called Dungeon Damsels. I have been a train wreck in editing that, so I'm sorry if you follow my podcast, because I was like, oh, I edited this in the wrong order, and then I did it again and again. Numbers mean nothing to this mind. I was like, wait, this is anyway. So you're just gonna get some content out of order. It's, you know, some sneak peeks, totally on purpose. And I'm really satisfied with how my campaign's going, because it's like I actually know how to DM now. So check it out. Like, check it out. You can just start on episode 31, because before that it's just train wreck. Or you want to enjoy the fire, then go ahead. That's me.
Tiffany is amazing, and they also have stuff on Redbubble, so
We do.
check out her stuff.
I did want to mention there was another game that I had DM'd for recently that was connected to this game, and they just dropped that episode on. It's 1 in 20 D&D, and you can find that on YouTube. You can see the stream of that, and it was basically a crossover adventure between Elixia and their world, Ravis. There is a connection between them that we created when we were creating these worlds, and it's pretty weird, but it's pretty cool.
Is Taliesin in the episode?
Yes.
See, we got to go see what Talison's up to. Dwin's son. We have to know.
My boy.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody want to do throw out a recap?
What if you all just said no? What would you do? Like, we're all just like, no.
I would look at my notes and throw out a recap from what I have.
That's so sad.
I know I don't have the best memory, but I do have a lot of notes.
Well, I remember we started off right off the bat with Jada attacking Eisen, just straight up attacking him.
Eisen.
Try to take an eye out.
Try to take an eye out. If I tried to attack you, you would be dead.
Or would I?
Or blinded.
Or blinded.
One of those.
No, we noticed at the end of the previous episode or session that there was something that clinged to us when we would step outside of the library's area.
Yeah.
Jada was the one who had noticed it. And so they had called Eisen back saying, hey, let me test something out. Eisen, unsure, did as he was asked, and eventually we realized the connection between the shadowy thing that was connected to us. And then it just kind of got crazy after that, I think.
Yeah.
I drew down on you. What are you up to?
Some pretty cool nifty daggers there, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Where'd you get those?
Nothing in the hands.
Where did those come from?
But we did attend the Badger Festival. At least half of us did.
That's right. The Badger Festival is fun.
On the way, Dwin was like, oh, people buy things. I should buy these buttons. And so she bought some buttons, and they came in this cursed freaking bag that we're stuck with again. So she's just like, because it appeared in season 1, and basically what it does is it like basically binds you to the plane you're on, so you can't like travel, interdimensional travel, or like teleport, and so that's frustrating.
Yeah.
And you can only get rid of it by gifting it to someone else, and so Dwin's just like, I don't even have energy to be angry about this. I just
Right, it's not hard to get rid of.
yeah, I guess that's true.
Just give it to your mom.
Now you'll never
You
leave.
could have just given that to,
Taliesin.
not Taliesin, no, that he's in a book now. Just give it to him.
Oh,
Mask.
yeah.
Like, here, take this, it's for you. Bam.
Boom.
Attached to the book. Oh, see, you're protected now. You can't leave.
We get it.
You're here forever.
Shrink the book, put it in the bag.
Yeah, and then Desus decided to become the badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isaac went full boogie. It's like, okay, we'll put some gold, and you guys want to split this? So we'll full on like try to make a quick buck.
Eisen was excited to make a quick buck.
Yeah.
Excited to make a quick buck.
There was a badger race, just
Yep.
context.
And through some mysterious, things, the badger that Desus was racing was hindered a couple times. Desus was able to hop some rocks very easily. And then, towards the end of the race, some weird stuff happened, and Eisen was lifted off the ground like a balloon, held by Dwyn so he wouldn't float away.
Eisen was lit.
Yeah, he was lit. And it caused us to miss that everybody was looking at Eisen and missed Desus win the race, so we made no money. And that's all that really matters, is we made no money off that race.
And
Everything.
Honestly,
and then
yeah,
there's
that's true.
another badger that was really human because everyone's cheaters there.
Yeah.
Although that one wasn't really good. That was like someone's son. It's like, I'm out of here.
And then in the what was the vision? We had like a blue vision where I saw the people returning again from the and everybody could see it.
Yes.
And the
And then
bubble kind of felt almost like a portal.
yeah, and when the bubble popped and I fell, all the birds fell and died as well. Correct?
The bluebirds, yeah.
Those
died.
bluebirds. And for some reason, whatever was attached to us seems to have disappeared. And the stone, the standing stone that was there, a symbol on it lit up that was like a protection symbol
Yeah.
that we noticed. Well, some of us noticed. I think only like one or two of us that
I
noticed?
think it was.
It was
So only
Desus, which pointed
Yeah.
out to Dwyn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, we all gathered up and discussed all the craziness and decided we don't know what's what, but we do know that that giant snail thing that's killing people needs to die. So, that was an easy fix, and we set out to fix it.
And did.
And
And we did. And we almost died doing it.
Y'all
We're fine.
I mean,
It's
A
alright.
lot of you.
I was pretty hurt there towards the end. That thing, whoo.
But you're the new kid, so.
Yeah.
No.
Clasped Hipley dramatically because he pretended to be
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes,
Very hurts.
the pain. Oh.
Hipley, no.
Go wrong without me.
And
Oh.
I think this is kind of where we ended, right? We ended
Yeah.
where we were setting up camp and resting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and looting the bodies.
Is it
Yeah.
morning? What time? Because it was late.
I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't loot the bodies. We were looking for identification.
Collecting
So we
treasure
can-
from
Their
them.
ID, their driver's license. Like, hold on a
Yeah,
second.
you never know. There could be a
Where's their
family
Elixia
ring.
license?
They're not identifiable, so, do they
Could've
really
been a
need
ring.
coins?
We can have dental records. I mean, they still have their teeth, right? Some sort of bones. We can figure this out. You have the
They
best.
have forensics in this time?
Yes.
No.
CSI's and D&D as well. Okay, come on.
I just know that some people needed to be, they need to be checked to make sure there's nothing that could identify them. And if we find some stuff in the process, we got lucky.
No.
I want to make a magic corner now. But yes, yeah, but that's where we ended. Is it morning time? Or is that what it...
No, it was night, but I mean, if you want to, I mean, I know you were going to rest through the night, so,
Oh, it's like, okay.
well, it could be morning.
So we
It's
arrested.
morning.
It's morning.
Arrested?
I said we're rested then?
Yes.
Not
I
arrested.
was just making a joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was like, I want to make sure. No, I wasn't saying that.
Long rest.
You got to rest.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Rest, long rest.
And it is, still a nice warm spring, so you don't even need to do anything complicated to, against the weather or anything. And you wake up in the morning. It's a beautiful morning, except for the black acid funnel running through the trees and covering the road for about a mile or 2 point some odd kilometers.
All right.
No.
So what's the next plan?
I think we're going to clean up this mess right now. We're just going to leave this acid stuff here.
Oh. I mean, I guess I can cast plant growth. kind of just looks around like, that's all I got. So she'll like just throw some seeds down and cast plant growth. And it can go like 120 feet, so it's gonna be.
I got nothing. I was gonna help. And I was like, I remember like, nope, I got nothing to help with. So I'll start cleaning manually, just like, yeah. Well,
Yeah, the plants.
Right, 150 feet. That's how much she can cover. So she just
okay.
is going around. It's almost absent-minded, but she's doing it.
Did you have spells the night before? Because you could have done it the night before and not used your spells today.
She wouldn't have had the foresight to do that.
Yeah, and she was tired. Everyone was tired.
Yeah, and you have like lots of brain fog when you're depressed, so it's just.
That's fair.
Or they're trying to help you just by like using like manually trying to clean them up. So you're not alone in this endeavor.
So, as she's doing that, she's like, "Oh yeah, I was gonna try to summon the Fae." Okay.
With the plant book, right? I mean, when you're making more plants, I mean, would these count too? Maybe we're helping save these other plants.
Well, I'm What? Okay. I have brain.
Well, I know you want to plant stuff like because like they really like to know trees like that. So you're doing plant growth right now, so that's kind of like almost like a tree.
Oh,
We were
okay.
helping nature.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. I mean, that's the plan. So, Lady David likes trees and plants, and so she's gonna go over to like the she's gonna go over to some trees that are nearby and just start putting plant growth into it, hoping that it will get bigger. Hickley, why don't you play your whistle flute?
Smoking the water, you got it. Just jamming out. It's like he has his own style to it now. It's like his own little flair to it. So it sounds like junior high. Like you saw in elementary, like junior high status.
Now it's junior high status.
Yeah.
That good quality.
Yep. Getting there, learning.
Well, what's Treble doing? Is he okay? Make sure you keep track of her
Yeah,
basket.
so Treble. Well, yeah. So I assume like with the song, he's definitely come near because like that's how we kind of get him in. So, and I probably Actually, I probably would go get him some to you. That's a good point. Please remind me, Jordan. I'll be right back. I'm going to take Purple out to probably feed him because probably he's pretty hungry. I think I fed him yesterday. I'm terrible.
She looks at is the Gorb corpse still around? I'm like,
can you? I mean, escargot's not bad. I mean, a little bit of
wait, what do you like? Maybe I like the snail thing.
I thought he probably would have been it. He probably would have been eating it while we were camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a carcass eater. It'll eat that flesh.
Dang, I could have had him turn to stone. Darn, I forgot I can. Next fight, I forgot about. He was occupied. He was tired. But yeah, so Trouble's eating that snail bone.
Yeah, a little bit of it. I mean, it's a pretty big creature, so.
You can cook anything with. I mean, I'm not sure if it's necessarily poison, but I guess you can cook it.
I mean, pretty much anything tastes really good with butter, so probably. But she's like looking at this corpse, kind of like, I'm gonna do a nature check, I guess, to see if it's even safe to eat.
I'm a help. I'll give you the help action. Be like, okay, well, using all the current knowledge of books I have to kind of help you with the analyze.
Yeah, you've never seen anything like it. The books don't mention it. Anywhere you cut into the meat, there's like pockets of acids, like running the length of it. That it uses
we
to
should eat
spray.
this. She's just kind of poking it, just.
It's kind of spicy. I mean,
Well, that's a bit too much heartburn for this Firbolg.
yeah,
But I'm gonna go back to Did the tree grow? Is the tree like bigger?
It did, and when you get over to the tree, you think you're being watched.
I make a perception. Can I just look around, see if I can catch anything?
Yeah, you look around and you don't see anything, but you still have that feeling.
I take out my sword and dagger and use true sight.
Ah, okay. And in the tree, there is a humanoid form.
Yes. Do I recognize it as a type of fae?
Actually, you do. You
Do I-
recognize it as a
do I?
dryad.
Oh, great. I'm like, ha! I look at the dryad. Well, good morning to you too.
And she steps out of the tree that you grew, that you made more massive. Are you Cerridwen?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, thank goodness. Lady Diabit's is trying to make sure that you can find her. She told me to tell you that Miravex is looking for you, and is not looking for you, is waiting for you. And she can lead the way to Lady Diabit.
Where can I find Mirrorbox?
Where'd my mouse go? My mouse disappeared for a minute. I needed to hide a window to get to the other window. She's at the greenest tree at the foot of Mount Oda, across from Raesa. You've been to Raesa, from what I've been told.
I've been there. Greenish tree. Foot of Mount Raesa.
Mount Oda.
Of Mount Oda. Oh, okay, that's not
She'll
too
keep
far.
waiting for you. She'll wait
Right.
for you.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that's
Thank-
just up the road.
Thank you for that, though. And she points to the dead Gorb.
Do you know what that thing is?
No, it's been moving about the island, setting these traps up and killing people all over the place. And it will
No, when
move
it-
from one place to another every few nights.
Do you know when it started showing up?
Oh, a year ago maybe?
Okay. Well, thank you.
And she looks around. Are your friends okay too?
Yeah, they're okay.
Okay, good. You don't seem to have shadows about you at the moment. That's a good thing.
Yeah, we've been working on that. Do you know anything about the shadows?
They arrived soon after the Ascendees returned.
Do you know if anyone else has these shadows? Anyone else on the island, or?
Lady Diabit will know more than I.
Right, okay. Then I best be going off to her.
I'll try and keep an eye on you as you travel, as much as I can. I
Thank
can
you.
only go so far, though.
I understand. And I turn to the group. Well, we got a lead on getting in contact with the Fae. And then hopefully they can tell us more about souls.
I'm sure this is going to end well. Wonderful. Okay.
Well, Hipley probably has a shadow thing on
He's
Well,
had
which
this
is-
before Kevin's.
Well, we're already on the way to Mount Oda, so we just need to go that direction.
And for those that don't know where that is, if you look at the map there, you're in near Lake Shaley on the road heading up. And then Raisa is in the center of Lake Carling, south center. And across from that is Mount Oda, which is considered a holy mountain on the island.
So what's gonna try to kill us on the way there, or what's gonna try to kill us there?
Well,
Right.
travel in the woods. You got your standard things like will-o-wisps and, bandits, and she lists like other stuff she's run into while in the woods. So things like that, and then the mountain, it's kind of holy. Like, is it holy to like the worshippers of Accord, to like everyone? Like,
It's considered holy to the island, although you're not really sure why. It's really ancient, really old.
have I been to it?
No,
I haven't.
you've probably
really
walked around it before, crossed
Yeah.
past it, but it's kind of one of those things where you don't usually go into it or to it. It's
I haven't actually been on the mound itself. Just gone around it. So I don't really.
and it's a really steep climb. It's
That's an
almost
awful
a
climb.
sheer, straight up kind of.
Then we're
Cliff
done
face.
climb back up the pyramid. Now I gotta climb some more. Looks like Disa's hoping to be like, turns like a giant goat.
Well, to be fair, said we were to meet our liaison at the foot of the mountain, so
Oh, okay, well.
I really hope we don't need to climb it.
When they say that now, the next thing you know, oh, I want you to prove something to us. Climb this mountain. Hey, why are you all so quiet? Isa and Disas, Jada, you guys would say if you just go along with it.
Listen, you all know this place better than me.
I don't know this place at all, so.
Yeah, we all point.
Yeah. Point to
You
you.
guys but you guys all have been here for like what, 6 months, right? You guys, and I've only
I
been
have
here for,
not left the manor.
Well, I don't know that. I've only been here for like 2-3 days. So for Eisen, listen, I'm confused, and I'm just
We'll
following
join the
you
club.
guys until we get the answers.
Answers.
We're probably just gonna get more questions, alright?
Oh, answers. Oh.
Good to know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
safe for you.
Well, are we ready to just start walking? Is there anything else you want to get?
So would it be better to stick to the roads to get there, or should we go through the forest? You make it seem like the forest isn't all that safe to be traveling through.
No, honestly, I mean.
The roads are safer. You don't know the woods are well to go through them. And even when you do know them pretty well, you're Fae in them. You never know what they're gonna do.
All
Be
right.
careful if we ever do. We're going to have to make camp sometime before we make it there. It's going to be more than a day's journey. When?
Probably a day.
Probably a day.
Well, it is.
Well.
Make sure when you're sleeping, don't fall for any dreams. Yeah.
Don't step in any
Something like
Don't step in any circles.
Why?
Like-
Circles.
Well, if you see like a circle of mushrooms or trees or something like that, flowers, don't walk into them because you might walk straight into the Feywilds.
Good to know. Are the mushrooms safe to eat?
Some of them are. I can show you which ones.
Just curious.
Everything's safe to eat. You try hard enough.
I don't think that's accurate, actually.
I didn't see you eat the snail thing.
Try a piece. I'll eat a piece. I can eat a piece. He's like,
Do not eat. No.
I'm
After
eating a
it's
piece.
been sitting out
Already,
all
I'm
night
already
long.
dragging him
I
away.
ate a piece. I did it.
Like that, the rot on it already has to be setting in.
Spit it out.
So gross.
Uh,
Yeah.
Spit it out right
Nasty.
Done. Ugh. You know,
And it burns. It's
it's
spicy, like it's burning at your tongue.
Dude, that's a kick. That's
You know, he
Acid is destroying
he
them.
just extended our trip. We're gonna have to stop so many times on the side of the road for him now.
I'm fine. I always feel like this.
All right. Well,
So you travel all the way to the evening, and there are no encounters at all. And it's
Amazing.
evening, and you're about halfway there. You're next to some hillsides and stuff like that. But you're not in the forest. You've gone through the one time you had to cross the forest. The rest of it is along hills.
We don't pass anybody, I assume. It's been pretty empty.
Mm-mm. No, everybody that had been traveling on the road, they were all killed by the gorb.
Jeez.
So you're all-
Well, that's cool.
So the road's kind of empty now.
Well, at least, you know, bright side, I guess, silver linings.
Right?
It's not a silver. How was that a silver lining?
No traffic.
They're Spanish.
There's no bandits now. They killed everybody, so.
No traffic.
No traffic.
No rush hour.
No
No
issue,
rush hour
pile
at
up.
all.
Yeah.
It's really messed up. I have to tweet this.
And
Did we see any bluebirds that were like the creepy ones?
make me a perception check.
Bluebirds on our shoulder.
There's a bluebird on my shoulder.
At least not picking for our blood with other birds, so.
Yeah.
No hag birds.
30.
Jeez.
You do see one in the distance. One during the day. One, no flock, no nothing like that. Just one bird.
Is anyone a good shot?
Yeah, I can try. Eldritch Blast.
Oh, I thought you were gonna pull out your
Point it out.
slingshot.
Oh, do I have a slingshot? Yes, no, slingshot. There we go.
You're gonna use a slingshot.
Yeah.
Schoolboy Hipley, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Roll to hit. What's the range on your slingshot?
Where did it go? Hold on a second.
Well, you say how far away is it? You said it's in the distance. So how far away is it?
You can get closer to it. You can head to the forest line and get to it.
Where did it go?
If it's still there when he gets there.
I think Eisen, when we get closer, will lean against a tree and just watch.
Let's roll d20 then. Seems to be Dex.
What's the range on a
three.
slingshot?
Not very. I rolled a 3 anyways, but
Yeah,
30.
and it flies off into the trees.
I'm a good shot. that one nearest the branch.
You hit the tree with your rock or whatever you
Was there a bird in
stone.
that tree though? Was there a bird in the tree that I hit?
No, there's only the one bird.
I was aiming for this other bird I saw in the trees. Someone else
Right.
can that one.
No.
It probably flew away when you missed, unless it wasn't close enough.
It wasn't even near, like, yeah, the bird's probably still there.
I mean, if we're close enough, I can throw a dagger at it.
Throw your dagger done. Okay, new guy. Whatever.
Dead?
I mean, if you guys
It's just a
do we
bird.
yeah, I mean, if we need to kill this bird, then I'm
Well, 'cause
kind
it
of
doesn't-
with them on this. Pointing to Jada when I say that.
Well, the bird, when you shot and missed, it flew deeper into the forest, and
Oh.
you lost sight of it.
About 30.
Well, I'll just keep an eye out for it.
It comes up again.
Not a good shot.
I think if we start seeing more of them, we should be concerned. But if it's just one for now, could just be a survivor. It may not be a threat on its own.
But the things that would come back around, though, we let them come back. So.
Or it's leading the whole flock to us. She just starts like, where are we, Scott? Are we like? Are
You're
we?
you're halfway there. You're starting to get to night.
All right. This is,
You can either
Does
travel or sleep.
let's just set up camp.
Hmm.
Hey, where are your dreams? Seriously,
What
just
is
really.
What dreams have you been having?
Oh, something you want to share with the class?
Class, I see what you did there. I mean, no, we just dreamed like something. I mean, I got out of it pretty quick because I was like, no, not having it. But there's just weird things like trying to get you to do stuff. Just say no, just wake up. Like some drinks, I'm like, oh, do this or come over here. You're seeing something weird happening. Just don't even bother going towards you. Just wake yourself up. Just trust me.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know.
I know it sounds weird, but if you dream, like you'll see what I mean.
I guess Desus will look for a good camping spot.
And you find one near the side of the hills. That's probably the best spot to go anyway. You're furthest from the forest line. You can see the forest line in the distance, and it's mostly clear plains just rolling over the hills, so it's comfortable. Water to the north of you, northwest. And you set up camp, and as you go through the night, it feels weird that it seems like there are shadows reaching from the trees all the way out here, and you're pretty distant from the trees. And the moon doesn't seem to be in the right place to create shadows like that. The
Is this before
moon.
watches? Or like because we.
I'm always awake, so.
Like we're sitting around the campfire eating and we all notice this kind of thing, or is like
Yeah.
while people are
Well,
sleeping?
as it gets dark, and you see shadows as it darkens. You know, the hill has shadows on the side of it. Less on the top because of the light. But the trees' shadows, the light comes down more or less at not very much of an angle. But after a while, the shadows start to creep outwards from the trees. Like there's a light behind the trees on one side, but there's no light that you see.
So is this normal in this area?
Where would shows this be normal?
I mean,
No,
I'm
I
not
mean,
from this
even in-
island. You said
Well,
Faye
to me-
living
to be fair, a lot of weird things happen on this island. But as far as I know, that's new.
Okay.
I light my lantern.
I'm going to
And then-
detect thoughts to see if I can pick up anything too.
No thoughts.
I'm gonna light my lantern and walk towards the shadows a little bit and see if the light affects the shadows.
And the light does make the shadows a little bit lighter. Make me a perception check.
13.
Okay.
Can I be looking as well? I mean, she's shining a light. I mean, I figure we can all be looking.
So you're gonna come up behind Cerridwen while she's looking, and are you gonna hang out with her?
The way you say it, not like I mean, I'd be walking,
Yeah.
like I'd be looking next to her, like trying to see if I see anything as well. Like two sets of eyes are better than one. And if that, it could give her advantage. I mean, I don't have to roll. I mean, if it would just help her.
Yeah. You can roll another.
28.
Okay.
Why did jump?
Eliza.
Yeah. The shadows, they seem to be matching the tree line edge, if there was light back there. And then at a certain point, you see sort of branches coming out from the shadows, rising up. And they look sort of like one branch that branches off into 4 or 5 spokes. And they seem to rise up out of that shadow, out of those shadows, and towards you.
I just sort of point at it. Did you want to see that branch over there in...
As
I
you're saying
bolted.
Can you and Isaac make me an...
Eldritch Blast.
I was saying, why I was already as soon as we saw it, I was already making my daggers appear, like in case they were coming. But-
Okay.
What'd you say, Scott?
Can you make me initiative rolls too, the two of you?
Yeah.
Just the two of us?
Yeah,
Those
you're the
two?
two up there.
Ooh, natural 18 plus 5.
8.
23. I was like, how to
Quit
count?
making us do math. Have we already said that about math?
Yeah, 23.
Okay. And Cerridwen?
8.
Oh, nice. The usual.
I
Yeah.
suppose we could have gotten off our shots.
How far back are you? Because the tree line's pretty far.
How far is pretty far?
I'll say 60 feet.
All fire
This
with is
point.
120. So.
Okay, nice. So, yeah, give me an initiative roll also.
13.
So, Eisen, the branches, they kind of reach out towards the two of you, and then suddenly they move fast, like a swipe. And at that moment, you kind of it doesn't look so much like a branch as much as an arm with really long, spindly fingers, but just made of shadow that matches up with the trees.
All right. Yeah, am I going, or is
So-
this thing going on me?
You go first.
Okay. I wasn't sure when you said swipe, and I'm like, is that an attack? Do I need to... All right. I will put myself between Dwin and this thing with my daggers out. Is this thing like within fighting range, or is it like a distance?
Yeah, no, it's not distance for the two of you.
All right. Then I will cut action, and then bonus action with the offhand. I'll slash again. So it'll be 2 with my main hand. That'll be 13 plus 9, so 22 to hit with the first swipe.
So you stab the ground,
Okay.
and the shadow stops as if it's planted with your dagger.
Does
And then
it seem to
it's,
hurt it at all? Or
and
no?
then it starts to pull back towards the shadow, the tree shadow.
And all right, so it's like it's getting out of range.
It's just pulling back into the tree's shadows.
I will announce as I'm fighting. By the way,
Yeah,
we may have company. Like loud enough for you guys all to hear.
yeah. And then
I mean, I don't know if I
how
get
many
my
how
other
many how many
strikes or
actions
just-
you get?
I have two attacks per action, and then I have a dagger in my offhand, so bonus action with my offhand kind of thing.
Okay.
So I was nat 20. I don't know if it does anything because I didn't roll damage for the other one, so
Yeah.
And then for the offhand, that's a natural 15 plus 9, so because death daggers, which is a UA publishing feat.
Yep. So roll me the damage for both strikes,
For all three?
or
Or
for
the
all three,
first
I
one
mean,
didn't-
right? Because you had the 9.
Okay.
Also. Yeah, for all 3.
Yeah. Alright, so the first one would be 9. The second one, which was critted, that's a 1 and a 4, so 5, 12 for the second one. And the third one is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for the last one. So was that
30.
the first one was 9, and
It's
then
30.
well, yeah, and then 9. Daggers are pretty awesome when you have the right features with them.
And then it pulls back from the daggers, and then from out of the tree, another one of these branches comes, and it, as you're like coming forward to stab at it, another branch reaches out from the side and grabs at you. What's your AC?
My AC is 15. Let me see something here. Features. I'm trying to see if any of my certain features give me AC bonus or anything like that if I use it. I don't think it does.
But mage armor or whatever Vesryn always use. Shield.
I don't have mage armor, unfortunately.
And
Let's see.
the claw strikes at you, and it hits you. It just sort of like follows along the ground and goes up on your body, and you feel this cold, sort of a frozen finger on, like frozen fingers, like stabbing into you, and you take 11 points.
I was gonna say before you do that, I will use one of my features, the shield on myself, the protective field, which allows me to roll my dice for this. The dice that's connected with it, which is a die 8. It reduces it by 5 points. Oh wait, reduce damage taken by the number rolled plus your intelligence. So 5, 7. It reduces it by 7 points.
Okay.
That attack.
And so you went from 11 to 4. Can you also make me a wisdom save, please?
Yes, and I do those at advantage.
Nice.
So with advantage, it'll be a 15.
Okay. It, like, that shadow claw dug into you, and it freaked you out. Like, you could feel it digging in a way that, like, was not natural, and you are now frightened. Another claw reaches out at Cerridwen. What's your AC?
18.
Did you do that at advantage?
What?
Me?
Oh,
I'm asking Scott if he did that at advantage.
no. I just rolled the wrong dice first.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you're hit, though.
I would guess.
I love how you're like always watching.
I have to.
watching.
He doesn't tell me when he does, so I have to be diligent.
No, I love it. I'm not hating. I think it's funny. You're like,
So you get hit for 16 points of damage from another one of these spindly claws, and you need to make a wisdom save also.
True to form. 2. Actually, that's 5. But yes, true to form.
Yeah.
For some reason, I always roll trash on wisdom saves.
I like that sometimes.
So you both are just gonna run, right?
Okay. So both you and Eisen are discomforted by this thing.
I don't like this.
And
I don't
Jada,
either.
what are you
Get
doing?
it off.
Jada, your turn.
It's my turn? Oh,
Yeah.
cool beans. I'm just gonna sit up as I was like lounging, and I'm alert now, paying attention. I will just kind of like, that's funny. I'll just kind of like, after hearing Eisen go, we might have company, I'm just gonna start. I'll use my movement to go 30 feet. And then I will. What will I do? Do I see the shadows?
Yes.
I see the shadows. Do I see what's casting them? It looks like the
You-
trees,
you-
right?
It looks like it's the trees, and then just branches reach out from the trees. But the trees don't look like they should have shadows reaching out here.
Weird. Okay. That's okay. I may or may not regret this, but it's probably fine. I'm going to cast See Invisibility first.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken that to a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast the invisibility. Do I see anything?
You see sort of shadows within shadows, sort of moving through shadows. You know, slightly darker areas, but it's just shadow.
It's just shadow?
Yep.
Okay. Bonkers. Hate that. Cool beans. Well, I'm just gonna firebolt at one.
Okay.
Kah!
Classic.
Classic. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bonus action, so I cannot fighting spirit this. I'm just gonna. Oh, there it is. Not me tripping. That's gonna miss. I rolled a 3.
Yeah. Make me a perception check when you do that.
So. 16.
So when you cast it, even though you miss, you see the shadow sort of try and go around where it struck rather than go through it.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Like where you hit, the shadow sort of backed away from it and then continued going around it, but it tried to stay out of whatever.
Ran to the light, right?
Yeah, the fieriness.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm
I
gonna say,
just hate light.
yeah. If you got light or fire, now would be the time to use it.
Can I get initiative rolls for the other two people? Oh no, Cerridwen has her turn.
Can I smash my lantern against like some plants or something to try to get a fire going?
You're in a grassy field.
That's fine.
And
Yeah.
you're frightened. You actually need
Well, I'm not trying to attack it, so I'm just gonna throw my lantern on the ground and hopefully it will light this field up.
Okay. Okay, you throw your lantern down, and there's a little bit of fire on the grass below it, and the shadows don't go there. But you
Okay.
need to move away from it.
You're gonna piss off Smokey the Bear.
Okay, so I need to use my movement to back away from it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll back up from it. Then she'll. I think I had me grappled. It's fine.
Do we get to roll another save
Oh no,
at
it
the end
just
of
hit
our turn?
me.
Yeah, you'll get another save on your turn. On her turn.
I'm gonna pull out my Kruth and use my bonus action, and I'll give it to Ada.
Okay. Desus and Hipley, can I get initiative rolls from you?
Yeah.
Do this whopping 5.
It's probably the highest I've ever gotten. 21.
Hey.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
Nice.
He's just like, twins in danger.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta go.
basically it.
Okay, Eisen, we're back to 23, and you have to move away from it
Mm-hmm.
because of your frightened condition.
I thought fright you just can't go.
I thought fright you just can't
You,
toward.
you don't have to run away for the condition. You can
The
just- you
tree,
just can't
the
go
shadows of the trees are on a whole one side of where you're at.
What they're saying is they thought like with the fright condition you just can't move closer to
You just
it.
can't move closer to it for the fright condition. It might be different for that creature. 'Cause that's
Which is to say that if you don't want to move, you don't necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to, but I mean, if I
That's
do,
you.
I do. If I don't, I don't.
Yeah, you're right. You can't willingly move closer. Okay.
Then I
You're-
will
Yeah, you can say it.
hesitantly.
It is attacking in that area, so
And if you can still attack, but you're at disadvantage,
Disadvantage.
right?
you're at disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls.
Seeing that Dwin's trying to back up, he will try to hold the ground to allow her to get away. Even though he is like, whew, this is not good kind of thing. And I will swing. And disadvantage. Oof. First one was a 14 plus 9. The second one's an 8 plus 9. So that would be
Both hit.
7. Oh, no, I'm saying that was a disadvantage. So it's just one roll.
Oh,
So-
you're right. It hits.
So that's so
Both of
it's
them
a
are good enough. Either one. of them would
17,
hit.
right? And I'm pretty sure this one does not hit the second one because it was a natural 2 plus 9, which is 11.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
And then, let's see here. Bonus action. Do I want to do this? I'm trying to think if I want to attack with the offhand or. Yeah, I'll attack with the offhand. And 7 plus 9. That would be what? 15?
16.
15. 16.
Yeah.
Does that hit?
16, that hits.
Okay, so 2 hit.
I have a feeling it's like super scared, like, oh god.
Well, it's more like I'm
Really
I'm
freaked.
slashing like, and it's like there's no combat, there's no like tactics. It's just like pure like adrenaline keeping me there, trying to let wind pull back. So the first one will be 10, and the second one will be 9 points.
So 19.
And do I roll another wisdom save at the end of the turn, or no?
You do.
Okay.
You can if you would like to become unfrightened.
I'm going to try, but I don't know if it'll be enough. I don't think it will be, because it's less than what I did last time, I think. It's 3. Yeah, it's a 12.
Yeah. That
So
doesn't,
I
that
rolled a
doesn't-
1 and a 9 with advantage.
Buddy.
So, yeah.
That's a no.
Yeah, so I'm just standing there like,
21. I believe Desus now is at that number.
Yeah. So immediately start sprinting forward. Bonus action, I'm going to plot my starry form, but this time I'm going to go with the chalice, which allows me to do better on my healing. And now I have a 10-foot bright, 10-foot dim all around me.
Okay.
So I'm springing forward, and as I do, I start doing some verbal components. And as I do the gestures to it, they're much more solid, but a shake begins to go through her. I did a wisdom roll, and I rolled really high, but she is very much shaking as she launches her hands out, and instead of the fluid motion Desus used to have for this, it is almost clawed-like, and she's shaking as she launches a 3rd-level moonbeam to cross the shadow line.
Okay.
catch Eisen with it, right?
No, we'll avoid
Roll a new
that.
character.
Roll a new character. Damn it!
All right. So
I'll just be one of Scott's monsters from now on.
Who's to say you aren't already?
Right?
So
It's true. You just arrived.
it's a
Fair.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
If they enter or start their turn in the moonbeam, if they are shapeshifters, they're at disadvantage.
I don't know. Shadows are kind of like shapeshifters. They can shape to different shadows. I would consider them shapeshifters.
True.
It-
They don't have a
It
definite
makes
shape.
it save
So it still takes half.
from your moonbeam.
Yeah. And I did a 3rd level, so I rolled 3 of these.
Just don't give me the half value.
Yeah, I'll do the full. So at 15, it is 20 radiant.
Okay.
You hear Eisen sit there and say, "We should have killed that bluebird."
And when your light hits it, the shadows just sort of. It's like you're cutting them in half. And you can see there's a lot of movement. How many actions do you have on your turn? 1?
Just the one, yeah.
Okay.
But now Dees is just full on screaming at it.
Yeah. And definitely the radiant damage from your moonbeam, you could tell, was harmful. And then the shadows suddenly sort of explode into a huge range. And can I get a dex save from everybody?
I'm laying
Dex.
down, so it's like a disadvantage. I
Bruh.
think typically still laying down.
Hitler
Why do you-
combat
why do you
started
do
like 2
this?
turns ago, and you're like, just let them handle it.
Is it a disadvantage?
19.
So it's a 7 anyways.
No, he knew it was coming.
Hey, just because you're laying down doesn't mean you can't be quick to roll out of the way.
It's a 7. It wasn't.
Yeah, I got a 3.
I got a 10
wow.
total.
Ooh, boy.
Oh
As
no.
well.
I got a 19.
At least somebody's up.
17.
Okay.
There we go.
Anybody who got above a 16 will only take half damage. So if you got under a 16, you take 28.
Ooh.
Necrotic damage.
Eight.
Anyone above it takes half.
I know, Dwayne, you took a big hit last turn, right? When that thing hit you?
Yeah, I took 16.
And the shadows of the trees just sort of grow massively all of a sudden when seemingly when
this
when they were hit by the moonbeam, they reacted to it.
When this thing explodes and I kind of like turn and try to dodge it and avoid it, I see it hitting Dwyn, and I'll put a force field on her because she's within range of me to reduce some of the damage, because it just reduces damage. It doesn't have to be like an attack. It's just damage in general. Okay. So you will take. It's 5. You take 5 less than what you would have taken. It's not much, but it's all I can do. And you said it was how much, Scott? The full?
28.
So I think, okay, that'll be 14.
14.
I know what I'm doing on my next turn. Not action surge, second wind.
21.
We get that third one ready.
It's 21, so Jada, 13.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say that when Desus threw out their moonbeam, Jada kind of saw that and just skidded to a stop from where they were running towards the shadows. And there was a moment where they just had flashback to last time they saw that. And that's why they got smacked in the face. That's why I rolled a 3. And as they shake that as they shake that off, they're like, oh, okay. They're going to throw out their hands and do a 3rd level scorching ray.
Okay.
4 beams, right? Nope, that's... Stop! What is the point? Sorry. The first one is an 18 to hit.
Hits.
Hell yeah.
That's right? +6? Is it +6? Why can't I find... There it is. It is +6. Okay, we're Gucci. Second one is not going to hit. Third one is a 16.
Hits.
Oh, yeah, one more. And a crit! Yay.
3 hits. Nice. And a crit.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Let's get some D6s in here.
Eisen and Jada critting tonight.
2.
Holy crit.
Nice.
8.
What is that?
That's my rolling noise.
I love your rolling noise. I love it. It just cracks me up.
Yeah, you find a casino.
22 points of fire damage.
Total?
Yep.
Nice.
And I'm gonna... How's it looking?
It's looking like a shadow. It's really hard to tell whether it's looking good
tell.
or not.
If a shadow is angry, that's what it would look like.
Well, you saw it angry a moment ago.
Is it bleeding any shadowy blood?
No.
Darn it.
I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
I should have
Another
action surged. I was thinking it.
Yeah. Let me check that off.
Smart move. Smart move.
I'm gonna do it again. Let's do it again.
I hope you crit.
Alright.
Again.
That'd be great. I'm gonna spend 2 sorcery points. Wait, hold on. Yes, 2 sorcery points to turn that second scorching ray into a bonus action. I'm going to no, because I already had to use my bonus action to do that. So I will do it again. 4th level, 3rd level, not 4th. That'd be crazy. What's a crit? That hurts. The first one's not gonna hit. Second one hits.
What was the roll?
It was a 5. Yes. Second one hits with a 16. Third one hits with a 16. Fourth one hits with a 16.
Yep, all those hit.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Okay. And 16, 21 points of fire damage. And because that was a bonus action. Oh, wait. Yeah, I already used my bonus action. So, yeah, that's it. That's my turn.
Hipley. Oh, no, Cerridwen.
Alright, so I
You can roll
Don't-
to not be frightened if you'd like.
rolled 5. So I don't like this thing. And
Very
I'm just-
unnatural.
I don't like this thing, so she's gonna play this sharp, like, just, scale down her cruth. It sounds more like a rip. And she opens a dimension door and then looks over at Eisen and says, well, you can come with me if you want. And then she goes through the door.
And when you try and step through the door closes in front and you are stuck. And the door does not allow you through.
Don't forget. I did forget. Oh.
But you know what? That's perfect because you know it makes sense for the character to not realize that or forget that.
You just can't go through it. It just
Scott,
stays
you're
floating
evil.
and you're stuck.
That's
Well,
messed
you
evil.
up.
can go through it.
That is messed up.
Hey,
No.
if you're going to have a problem with a dimension or, crossing a portal, this is the easy one to have the problem with.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a problem with it, learn about it now.
That's a good point.
So you bump into the space and can't go through.
Well, Thought's gonna be there, and then she just looks at Eisen and is like, well, if you're staying, I guess have some inspiration.
Hipley. Yes.
Really quick. I rechecked my thing, and I can do one more attack. I thought that
Okay.
not converting. I thought that using my sorcery points was using a bonus action, but it's not.
Okay.
So may I use? Thank
Then,
you.
then do your bonus action.
Well, it's an
Oh,
action.
your
because
action.
The scorching ray was a bonus action. Yes. And this one I will. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. All right. Yep. Natural 17 plus 6 is 23.
Yes.
Cool.
What are you doing?
Sick.
Another one?
Oh, fire! I'm sorry, a firebolt. I'm
Firebolt,
firebolting.
okay.
Sorry, I did not specify that. Good job, Jazz. Way to use your words. 2d8.
It's overrated, you know. in a
I mean,
game.
2d10. Is this a d8? This is a d8. Oh, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? Wah! Wow. Okay. Okay. 17 points of fire damage.
Okay.
That's it.
And when you
Thank you
hit
for
with
letting me do
the
that.
fire damage, you see the shadows from the trees recede, and left in this one spot is this oddly almost humanoidish form of a shadow, like lying on the ground, but there's no third dimensionality to the form.
So it's like Peter Pan's shadow, just flat on the ground.
Just flat on the ground, but not. There's no physical thing you can pick up or touch. It's just a shadow left there with nothing creating it.
Creepy.
And there are places where it seems to be lighter than other places, but it's hard to tell exactly why. And it's not moving, but it has
Let's
these
so
long,
see.
spindly arm-shaped things and stretched really long, not like humanoid size. It's bigger.
That's creepy.
That's really creepy. I don't like that at all.
And the tree shadows recede back to the trees and just disappear.
Oh,
I
it's
will
over?
go. I will go around the moonbeam instead of throw it towards this thing. Unless it's in the moonbeam. Is it in the moonbeam?
It's touched by the moonbeam.
But it doesn't seem to be reacting to it at this point, right?
It seems to be not reacting to anything.
All right, so is it safe to step in the light? No.
No.
I'll pick up the
No.
torch or the lantern that was tipped over and put out the fire before it gets spreading too far.
Yeah, it's spread about 2 feet.
Yeah, just put it out if I can.
Yeah, you can stomp it out, no problem.
Yeah. I'll hand the lantern back to you, Dwayne.
Just takes it.
Are we still fear, or is the fear gone from us now that the thing is
Fear's
defeated?
gone.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because otherwise I wouldn't be all calm. I'd be like,
Yeah,
still
no,
freaked
frightened.
out. Yeah. Here's your lantern.
Thanks.
So is this something from the Shadowfell that you guys spoke of, or is this a Fae thing? What?
This is new. Yeah, this one's new. This one's new. Anyone got any clues or ideas? Cause I don't know.
So I mean, we could poke it with a stick, see if it moves. If make sure it's,
And nudge it with my toe.
It doesn't nudge, it's just a shadow.
I got
Okay.
nothing.
Is my true sight still up?
Oh.
Yes.
I got nothing, and I can see.
You see a shadow.
I just see a shadow.
My
So we-
moonbeam.
We killed a shadow.
What do you do with your moonbeam?
It dissipates.
Okay.
Oh.
Hipley starts to wake up.
Sleep. No, he's still sleeping. Like, if he sees someone like no one doing nothing, everything's gone. He's back to sleep.
He's so valid.
She's like, nah, I'm out.
I'm out of
Okay.
here. I'm out.
Okay,
April, sorry.
He's like the dude.
And it gets lighter when we put the light on it, but it doesn't go away.
Well, if you put like your lantern light on it, it lightens the shadow, and then the shadow doesn't darken again when you pull the lantern away.
Okay.
So like disappears.
I'll walk over because I'm like a big radial beacon right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Come here, Thesis. Come shine on it or something.
Yeah.
And you shine on it, and it lightens and lightens, and after 30 seconds or 40 seconds, it fades to nothing. The part that is within your light.
Okay, well, it can go away. Just what is it?
Not quite sure.
Scott, you said it was like kind of spindly with long fingers and stuff.
Yeah, the shadow has these long.
Would it invoke in like any weird elongated shaped way as like a hag that we've seen, like in similar fashion?
I mean, they have long fingers, but I mean, it's hard to tell because it's only vaguely humanoid in the first place.
Was the shadow larger than like a normal humanoid, or is
Yeah.
it like?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
it was 2 or 3 times as large, and it seemed to stretch and get smaller.
Does it react when we like poke it and stuff, or?
It's like you're poking the grass or the ground.
I don't think it's intelligent.
I don't think it's
just-
alive.
No, I don't.
Well, it's not.
Well, just because it's not alive doesn't mean it's not intelligent. And she kind of just, I don't know, just shine on it some more to get rid of it.
More than likely, someone just sent it.
Yeah, it's probably an echo of something or other. She just keeps
Who,
kind of waving her lantern over it. Go away.
who was that guy you guys said might be after you? What's his name?
Nios.
Nice. I mean, could that person have sent this at you?
Like,
Oh yeah, probably. That actually tracks. Oh, that follows.
Well,
I mean, it's pretty foggy. We got a big old king of hags after us, so maybe.
Perhaps we should do what your friend over there is doing to try to get some rest. Point at Hipley, who's snoring. I don't know if you're snoring. I'm just
If
like,
it doesn't snore, okay, his nasal passages are fine.
there you go. That's fair.
I guess while my form is still up, I very quietly do a healing word on Dwen, and you get 8 points back. And with my form, I also get points back.
Is this for anybody near you or no?
No, whenever I cast a healing spell on a person, I can do points to myself or one other creature, but I was hit pretty hard.
And we're setting up camps, right? Yeah, so I'm going to use my second wind then. Might as well use it now.
Thanks, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
I'll use mine too because I never use my second one.
Right?
I start playing Song of Rest as well because Dwayne's not gonna have a good time sleeping anyway. It's just like I'll just start playing.
And the song helps everyone relax and heal up and rest. And morning arrives. And since it happened early in the evening, everyone gets a long rest.
Woo! Woohoo!
Sick.
Nice.
That was a good sleep. We're going to take off now.
No dreams. Perfect.
Sure it was.
Any dreamless night for Hipley is a good sleep.
Damn.
Alright, well,
There was a time when you had good dreams too, you know.
No, not that he
Seems like
remembers.
so long ago.
Not on this planet.
And you travel through the morning and you get to Reisa, which is it's a town that sort of reaches over into the lake, and it's actually walled. It's one of the only walled towns on the island. And across from it, as you're coming up, you see Mount Oda, and it's almost like a butte, like it goes straight up and then flattens out at the top.
great.
If we don't have to climb the right, the southern base at the bottom, like we don't have to, there's going to be no climbing correct, we just have to, at the bottom of the place. Right?
Yeah, I said at the greenish tree, go to the mountain. So I'm gonna look for the greenish tree.
You cross over away from Reisa to the foot of the mountain, and there actually is a green field with a tree right in the center of it.
Okay, I go to the tree.
Okay. And as you're walking, you fall into a pit, it seems, of water. And then you hear and then the grass field disappears and there's like a little pond there. And you see across from it, the tree is still there. And you see this little, I don't know if you've ever seen one. It looks like the sand dragon you'd seen, except a very tiny one with butterfly-like wings.
Okay.
We just see dragon dip into water. We just splash.
Yeah, it's not very deep. It's like waist deep,
Oh, it's not deep. Waist deep. Waist deep for her?
but yeah, I mean, it could be up to your chest
That's
for you.
pretty freaking deep, dude.
Just like it's small. Oh, man.
So she just looks at it. Oh.
Well, come on then.
Are we climbing this thing?
I've had my fun.
She gets out.
It was
I-
his eyes.
I look at the others and I'm just like, this island gets weirder and weirder.
Dwayne tries to locate the voice.
It's a small dragon
Oh, okay.
with
so
butterfly
right.
wings sitting on a branch of the tree.
Oh, Miravax?
Of course. I'm in the greenest tree.
Hey, just making sure.
Well, come on then.
Walks over.
How are all of you? Cerridwen, I've heard about you for so long, and we've never really met.
Well, that's me, and everyone's hanging in there.
How's your mother, Rhiannon?
She's good. She's just concerned about me most of the time.
Well, yeah, that's why you're here.
Yeah.
I mean, not because of your mother's concerns. They're just the same concerns as everyone else's.
Yeah, we noticed some strange bits going on. Stranger than usual.
And who are your friends?
Well, just Stasis, Hipley.
Hipley's still stayed back, like, so he's like over the waterboard, so he's just like little scientist waiting there.
That's
So
Hipley
just
way
being
over
done.
there.
I
Travel's next to him.
I do appreciate the brooches all of you have. Those are beautiful flowers.
Oh yeah, I got the buttons.
I don't think Jada's wearing theirs anymore.
But whoever is wearing them, some people are.
Yeah, Dwayne just has them kind of like on her bag strap. Yeah.
Hey, you guys
Yeah,
are-
it's totally in Jada's character to be like, thanks, and then like slip it into their bag.
No, I mean, like, actually, like, well, I mean, no, because they wore it in their bun for a really long time, but they have a
the
haircut now,
flowers?
so they don't have it. Yeah. So, is it still on them? Maybe, but they're definitely not wearing it.
You tell me. Okay,
It's
they're not wearing
definitely
it.
on
That's fine.
It's still on them, but they're not wearing it.
What about you, Hipley?
Probably. I mean, that was a long time ago. So probably, I mean, would we notice that it lasted a long time? Like it never died, right?
It never died.
Yeah, I never died.
Yes, he probably was glad of them because like it's not gonna die. So, and the kids liked it. They're like, ooh, look at the little kind of plant thing. So yeah,
Sure.
he still has it.
And the little creature, it takes to the air and flies towards you, Hipley. Slow, not fast, not aggressively. May I?
What?
May I smell it? The flowers?
I just take it off. There you go.
And it lands on your arm when you're holding it. And it
Oh,
wraps its legs, its like claws around your arm to hold on like a bird would, you know.
Lovely.
Its neck
That
sort of
sounds great.
reaches up. Oh, this is good. Quality magic here. Quality magic. And then flies over to Desus. May I?
Yeah, I made them.
And it lands on your shoulder. Oh. And it starts to tell you the flowers and the scents and stuff to it that I don't remember what they all were, but you wrote them. You did.
Yep. I'm trying to
It's like,
find them.
oh, there's some finery there. Finery. Such quality.
Thank you.
I don't think we've met, but you are definitely druidic in some way.
Yes, I'm a druid of Luluwin.
Well, you're welcome here then. Much respect that in that direction. And then there's the other two.
Eisen's just standing next to Jada.
It just looks. It turns its neck to look across your shoulder, Desus. It doesn't actually leave your shoulder, and looks at Eisen. And you are?
I'm Eisen. I'm just along for the ride.
You have nothing else to say about yourself? Whom you are? Who are you on the inside? Where does your heart lie?
In my chest.
For now.
For now. Until somebody rips it from there one day, which will probably happen.
You're in the right place for that kind of horrible things to happen lately.
I've noticed.
And then, what of you? And it looks at you, Jada. You're interesting.
They don't talk much.
Incapable?
Yes, exactly. They're incapable of speech. That's correct. So.
Shut up.
Incorrect. I heard speech.
I was mistaken. They never spoke in our presence before, so.
See, I think you like hit this kind of humor.
I like you. You're very funny. You have what they call a deadpan face or delivery.
Ghost of my soul. Thank you.
I see. It will be that way with you. Nothing wrong with that. We can all have fun while we go through our trials.
Trials?
Well, we've been going through trials ever since the Ascendant have returned, have we not?
What trials have you gone through?
You will see soon.
Okay.
I do need to get you quickly, though, to Tiabid. She's been anticipating your arrival and may not have long to speak.
Will she
Right.
know why?
Okay.
Will she know why I'm involved in this?
I don't know everything she knows. I
She's
only know
actually-
what I know.
No, you're annoying.
Thank you. I work hard at that. And, you have a... And one of its hands is pointing down at the ground. A basilisk is right below you. I would not look down if I were you.
No, basilisk.
Be very careful. Don't do that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you're moving. Deadpan. I'm going to call you Deadpan from now
I'm
on.
immune. No, I'm just immune to basilisks, actually. It's the eyes. You see, they're, it's a magical and magical ability. Very, very hard to come by.
That's his pet.
Go and travel.
I'm no pet.
Not you. That is his
Oh.
pet.
Oh, yeah, that could be a pet.
No.
They're not very bright, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're dangerous. Don't get me wrong. I'm not looking at it. But, you know.
Question: are we gonna go through like some portal or across some plains if we're gonna see David? 'Cause that might
No. We're going to go
Right.
up the stairs and into the cave.
be- Oh,
Into
okay.
Diabid's cave.
Okay.
How many steps on the stairs?
How many steps we're talking?
We're going to go to the top of the mount.
Of course, we're going to the top of the mount.
I look at Dwen. I look at Dwen. Dagger.
She's just like,
You poor people have been through so many high climbing places.
It didn't actually have that
I'm
long of
tired,
stairs
so-
until you said that. Then I was like, oh, it has to be super long. Like DM Fiat. They just became
It
super long.
goes up and then goes down again and then goes back up. And then...
Right, there's a
goes zigzag
slide
all
at
the
the
way
top
up.
that goes to the
Take
to the
3
middle.
days. It's fine.
Oh, man.
Well, come then. And she takes flight and flies really slow and sort of... What?
was gonna cast Flat on Jada because Jada can carry people. So I'm gonna cast Flat on Jada and Gwen, because the strongest ones in the party can carry people. So we just flap this mountain.
So somebody's gonna be left out.
Nah.
Well,
I clap together and I spread out my arms as I turn into a giant swan.
Nice.
there we go.
Nice.
I was gonna say we should make Eisen just walk up.
See up there.
Eisen would have been fine with that.
Anyway, we cheat.
Yeah, we fly up.
And the dragons, whoa, you don't know where to go. You don't even know where the stairs are yet.
Aren't we?
I mean, you can fly, but you need to know where to go. The caves are at the top of the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Can
Well,
you fly us in the right direction? I mean,
lead on.
And
Yeah, hurry up. It's only the last 10 minutes.
she flies, and you take a couple of weird turns into the mountainside, and then there's a stairway that is really well hidden, but not like magically hidden, just would be hard to find. And then it goes up, but it's open air above the stairs. You just need to know where they are to go up. Well, go on then. You can fly all you want. Just stay above the stairs so you know where to go.
All right. Thank you.
What about the non-flyers? What are they doing?
we'll
You're gonna
carry
walk
so
the
that-
stairs?
Oh, we
Yeah,
can
we're
just
carrying them.
we can just carry them.
Okay. So she flies up ahead of you or with you.
Mm-hmm.
We like rock, paper, scissors to see who gets Hipley and who gets Eisen.
Hipley and Trouble.
Sure, we can.
That's
Rock, paper, stone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Desus as a swan just looks at Eisen.
Yeah,
Tell me to
whoever arms
get on
are
your
just
back?
like- I'm damsel, like whoever arm is just like full on, just like.
Just Princess
whoever carry
Terry.
me, Yep.
It's
Let's
a
go.
it's a big swan.
Okay, then if I can, yeah, if Desus is telling me to, then yeah, that's fine. Okay. I like try to get on in a position that's not like painful or uncomfortable for a swan. He's never ridden a swan before, so he's
I
like,
just turn
what?
my neck around, make sure your legs are over the shoulders of the wings.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go.
The takeoff takes a pretty good runway of space needed to get up. But once you're up, it's more like gliding. So you all fly up to the top, and you can follow along, and you can see that the stairs are hidden from the ground. You could never see them from anywhere unless you actually knew where to go. But right at the top, there's a little platform that is a little lower. So even if you made it to that and you got into the platform, you would still not be seen from the ground. When you arrive, there's actually kind of what seems to be a pretty large platform around the cave entrance. And there's a statue of
I land by the statue.
okay, it's a statue of a Pegasus.
Pegasus. What's a new one? Looks around.
It's well
we just-
worn, but it's definitely a Pegasus. Very, very well worn. Like if you see those old statues, that like all the features are kind of worn down and softened.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Is there any like historical significance to a Pegasus?
There's the myth that Mount Oda was the birthplace of the Pegasus, but it's just a myth.
I turn around to the group. Well, there is a myth that the Pegasi were born from this place, so maybe we'll find some. Shrugs.
Do we want to? Are they nice? I mean, is that what we want?
I feel like they're pretty neutral. And she just walks around the statue, looking for, I don't know, like more places to go into the cave.
Yeah, once you get onto the platform, there's the only place to go is into the cave.
Okay, so
A few steps down, and then you're into a walking area.
And we're sure this isn't a trap. This cave, not that thing that I told us to go into. Like, we're sure this is.
No, not really. But still needed we got, so we're kind of going for it. Does one of us want to stay behind?
I will stay watch. I will make sure no one comes in behind us.
Okay. I think we should stay in buddies.
I'll stay behind.
Alright.
I start waddling with Evan on my back over to Dwayne.
I'd hopped off when we landed, so you didn't have to like carry me.
Okay, I start waddling to Dwayne.
Okay. Well, I got a swan.
Maybe
I
a
got
deck
knight.
save to get off the swan.
Oh god.
With
Wow!
Yes. Yes.
With grace.
Please fall
Grace.
flat on your face.
That one.
Please.
I mean,
fall
I have a
flat on
pretty
your
good-
face.
I have a pretty good deck save, so let's see here. A natural 15 plus 5, so dirty 20.
Yeah, all right. You get off gracefully. You kind of slide
kinda
off the
would've liked to have
back and
gotten
land
that
on your
one.
feet instead of rolling off and landing on your head or something.
I kind of would have liked to have gotten a bad roll. That would have been funny. Like
It would have
never
been funny.
on, like, oops. Yeah.
So when you get into the cave, you can tell there's kind of a glow, and there are crystals sort of lining the walls in various places. But the glow seems to just come from the whole atmosphere, not necessarily from the crystals. And it's enough that even in the dark, there's enough light to see, 10 or 15 feet, even for people who can't see it at night. And as you're walking in, some of the crystals they occasionally pulse with a little bit of a glow. And you hear from up ahead some sort of movement or sound of, it could be combat or it could be something else. It's hard to really tell. But there is every now and then, oh.
I think Eisen, underneath his cloak, would have daggers pop into his hands in case there is a threat out there, but he wouldn't like show them. I'm just have them hidden underneath the cloak.
Okay.
Just have my loot ready.
And
That'd be
you go a certain distance in and you see some animal bones, old, gray and black, like really old. And you're pretty sure one is the bones of a wing, like a bird's wing or something.
you may not want to be in that form anymore.
And then near it you see a horse skull, what's left of it. And you go a little further down and you see more bones. There's bones in here in different places. They seem to be snakes,
Should we announce ourselves?
horses. The cave just keeps going.
I think the last time we
and-
approached a cave with a bunch of bones in it.
I mean,
Look in the manticore? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look at Dwin. I'm seeing all these bones, but we were welcomed here.
Yeah.
Dwin knows.
And the dragon
He's
is
vague.
with you.
Yeah. Should we announce ourselves or?
Marifax. There's the bones. What was the bones?
They're the remnants of the last battle, of the great battle.
What's the great battle? What battle?
The battle that brought down Caelius's forces in the Gods' War.
Okay, so and all the bones are really old, right?
Yes.
Okay, all
Like
the
petrified old.
petrified old. Oh, okay. Is there a reason Lady David's having us meet her and us in cave full of dead stuff?
Well, this is a holy place. and we're not allowed to touch or remove the remains of that battle. It's
I think when the dragon says that, you see Eisen getting ready to like reach down to pick up one of the bones and just stops, like, okay, won't touch. Like not like the steel, but just curious, like trying to like look at these old things, like oh better not touch those.
Okay, so site of great battle.
and you even see
Oh.
one or two unicorn skulls,
Oh man,
horns.
That
broken or
probably would have been
partially
what I
there.
was. That probably would have been what I was reaching for, to look at those. Like that's an odd looking horse head, you know.
Right.
What's up with the noise then? Is she in
We'll,
danger?
we'll be there soon. We'll be there soon.
Insight
come.
check. I already know this thing likes to play pranks on us. Insight check. Probably not. 7 + 5. 12.
Yeah. Seems to be
On the upper
genuine about it.
I waddle along.
Okay, well, let's go. That makes perfect sense.
And she continues flying out ahead, and the cave starts to open. And as it does, you see that there is a body levitating in the air in the middle of the room. And there are these like tendrils of light that are reaching from the crystals all around this cave area into the body. And every now and then you hear, oh. And it's like whatever is happening here is painful. And then
Are there people in the crystals?
no, they're just crystals. There's just the person in the center of the room that you
Is
see.
the person making the noise?
It seems to be, yeah, coming from that person.
Oh, okay, okay.
And from the body, you see Lady Diabid's, like a ghost of Lady Diabid, step out and come towards you. But the body is still floating there.
Lady.
I won't have much time, but I'm very appreciative of you coming, Cerridwen. I was hoping you would find your way here. Do you feel the dissonance?
Yeah.
I don't know how well
Just
connected.
go sensei, yeah.
I don't know how well the others are connected, and at feeling the tremors of the soil and the crash of powers of the air and then she like turns and looks at Desus, and she stares at you. And it almost like has a pause. You are transformed.
Yeah, she's the stasis. She's a druid of Cerridwen.
I see. Okay.
This is Eisen. It's just Eisen.
Desus. Eisen. I don't know you, Eisen.
I don't know why I'm here. I've been having visions that are connected to this group of people.
Oh, well then that's probably why you're here. The visions must be needed by the island for something. I know that
Like-
name, Desus.
I immediately de-transform with that.
And
Never
she
used
looks
to
at
that.
you and you transform. Not surprised by the transformation thing, but... And she stands tall, and she's pretty tall. May I see your hands?
Yeah.
And this ghostly form sort of There's not a lot of pressure, but enough pressure you can feel tries to turn them palm up. And her ghost hand kind of rubs across your hand, kind of like feeling along the lines of it. You know, the I've met you before.
What?
I've met you before. You were... But it was when you were new to the world.
Lisa, what's your mom's name again?
Tatiana?
Galtelia. Yes, I remember your mother. You... She said that even then, when you were so young, you required water to douse your flames and passions to raise your water to your eyes again. I didn't know your name then. I don't know why it came into my mind now. But I have met you and your mother. Who then is your father? Who gave you this? And she kind of touches across your horns. Those are not of the Naiad.
No, my father was a tiefling.
Tiefling. And she brings her hands back to your hands. I can't read well your lines. Have you ever had them read? They're difficult. They break and branch in places I have not seen. This one, though, is of the stars. You're in a blue phase now. That must be difficult for you.
Yeah.
What's a blue phase?
When the world challenges you and you contract to defend, like a turtle would bring itself into a shell, it's a phase when you have to protect yourself. It's usually followed by orange, and that's when the fire's alight. And that is not... There's no happiness to be found in the fire of what comes next. I do hope you get to see your mother soon. I'm sure she would love to see who you've grown into.
Do you know where she is?
I know in general. 5 weeks with Anquel at your heels and below the eye. Deepside the miasma, and you can find your mother there, if she's still with us.
Alright. I recoil my hand back.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude, and I really need to not spend too much time there. I do find you very interesting, Thesis. Eisen, if you're having visions, that's important. Have you had visions before you got to the island?
Well, I had a vision back in the city where I came from. It was tragedy, and I didn't pay heed to it, and bad things happened. Then I had a vision on the boat on the way here of this group coming through a portal.
Were you on a ley line or at a nexus point when those visions happened?
I don't know. I don't even know what those are.
It would be good to know, I imagine. Cerridwen,
He
I'm
might
sorry.
have been on a ley line.
What?
He might have been on a ley line. He had one vision in Shaley.
Yeah, it
Oh.
lifted me off the ground. It was different. It wasn't like the other ones. I actually was surrounded in a blue aura, blue energy, lifted me off the ground, And then I saw them, everybody saw, like an image of people coming through the portal. After which, it seems to have killed a bunch of birds.
I don't know what the death of the birds means, but having a blue vision that is turned outward, made external, usually means it's a powerful vision that is too great to contain to the inner eye only. Did you pay attention?
I mean, I did my best to pay attention. I feel like I paid attention.
That's good.
I mean, the whole crowd, I think, was paying attention.
The crowd is irrelevant. The vision is for you and the people that matter in whatever it is you're doing. Cerridwen, I'm sorry, I have to get back to you because my time is running out and I need to get back to defending us. I sent a thrum through the nexus point and the naming stones of the islands. Did you feel that when it happened?
Noticed.
Okay, good. That means that the roots are still running deep. We're trapped, you and I suspect your friends here, in an old weave. We're between places, between the shadow and the material. And it's causing us pains. I'm trying to hold back and build up enough strength to occasionally buy time where the shadows are not up upon us so hard, so that we can think and we're not dragged into the stupor of the horrors in our own minds. But Nios is working on us. I don't know what they're trying to get, but my suspicion is the essence of a god. He wishes to ascend. Not he. They wish to ascend and become their own god. And it's taking everything from us slowly. The darkness calls with teeth now. But they're controlling this spell's weave from a distance. That I can tell. Because they lose themselves in the local lore or culture. They don't seem to understand it or know it. They're lost when we look at the details of their mirage. As long as they can keep us not paying attention too much, we seem like we're just in the normal place, and we're not there. I don't know if other people on the island are, but it really doesn't matter. If they succeed, they could supplant one of the gods we admire and would prefer. We don't know which god would be supplanted.
Oh, wait. Nios is basically using the Shadowfell to keep us between realms and keep us in a stupor so we don't think about what he's doing, so he can buy enough time to usurp a god and take its place.
He's trying to find the essence of a god, which is what would be needed. I'm sure you feel his grip, right?
What?
I'm sure you felt their grip. Like, you haven't been yourself, I don't think, since the return of the Ascended.
There's this, just like, distant look. No.
Yeah, the old magics are potent on Elixia today. The rift. We need a more powerful, harmonious song to counter the dissonance of what their weave is doing to us.
Should I make a song? Or is this like a metaphor?
The old weave is all music.
Okay, it's a new song. Okay.
Have you seen their eyes reaching into your mind, or have they not been able to penetrate? I see so many eyes.
They basically manipulate how I see and hear. Well, how I hear stuff around me. I'll hear music different. And Jesus will taste things like fish all the time.
When
Jada,
things aren't right.
I don't think anything's wrong with Jada.
It's fine.
Jada's fine. But Hipley can't,
Children are weird.
yeah, Hipley just said kids were weird around him, so I'm not sure about that.
That's so terrible. Kids were weird around him.
Like, it seems like the kids couldn't quite, I don't know, like they couldn't be kids around him, but then, like, they were too smart for kids, and I don't know, I didn't follow.
New things that they shouldn't.
Nios has us in their dream.
Here's-
They can put, if they wish to torture us through the things we love, they will torture us through the things we love.
What I did pick up from all your guys' conversations was everything that you guys were feeling was tied to the island. You said when you listened to music that wasn't from here, it was normal. And the kids, from what Hipley said, were interested in things outside of the island. And we never really got to test if Desus eating food that wasn't from here was different, but there was ties to that with whatever you guys were sensing.
Nios can't make us experience things very well that Nios hasn't experienced themselves. Nios lives on an island and eats fish all the time.
That's why their taste is so terrible.
On some of the old maps, there is a place called the Eye. That is Nios.
So why don't we just go
Point
there?
of control, but it is a powerful nexus point, and getting there will not be easy.
I mean,
And she turns to you, Desus, but I do think that where you need to go to see your mother is on the way. If you wished to see her, that would be an option.
As much as I would like to, it seems we might be on borrowed time.
I mean, your mom seems like a pretty cool lady. She might have something neat for us to help.
We were told the Nereids operate, like, their memories and stuff are through song.
Oh, maybe they can make a new song.
They might be able to remember all the old magics of the weave.
Or that.
Gwen, do you have any experience making songs from the old weave?
Oh, well, did you hear about that big, vanishing party orchestra thing?
A couple years ago.
What I've heard about it? What I've heard about that, Scott? I mean, I feel like that'd be pretty big world news.
Yeah, but it's pretty far from where you were.
Yeah.
I'll give you a history roll.
All right, let's see. That's not bad. Rolled a 15 plus 2, so 17.
You might have heard something about it, but it was like, you probably thought it was just, people exaggerating stuff.
I heard some exaggerated rumors about people, doing music and disappearing for some time. I mean, that's not possible.
Not a rumor.
No, that happened. That was me.
Oh, and her ghostly form wavers for a moment. I can't stay very long. I have to go back.
All right. You said that we're trapped between. Are we able to leave the island? Will that change us being trapped between, or will that follow us no matter where we go?
Until this is over, you'll have to fight it the whole way.
Well, more good news.
Cerridwen, I heard about your composition. Have you learned to translate your spells to the old magics? Have you done that yet?
No. No.
It may be worth your time because the new spells would not be able to counter you then.
Okay.
And that might be valuable in although Nios knows both. But Nios has too much ego to teach anyone else the old ways. And I have to get back, and she sort of is pulled back to her body and climbs back in, and then it's just lifted up back up in the air and just like connected to the tendrils of light, and there's just constant moans in pain and fighting.
Okay, well.
And the fairy dragon is sitting on Deesa's shoulder.
I mean, we got some answers.
You know, well, as you jokingly said earlier, I feel we got more questions than answers now.
That's usually how it goes. Okay, well, let's just get back to the others.
Yeah, inform them.
Outside, while this is going on,
Either dead data.
you see a bird flying above, circling the mountain.
Birds flying.
Is it a blue bird?
But a pretty big bird, it looks like. Maybe an eagle or
It's a big
something.
bird. Okay, not a blue bird. Okay, that's fine.
And it's slowly circling and kind of coming down. You know, like a vulture, like slowly winds its way down to the ground, like that kind of thing. And as it gets closer, you start to realize how big of a bird it is. Can I get a perception check from the two of you?
Sure. That is not how you roll. 25.
Jeez.
I think that is how you roll.
7.
Rolled out of the box.
What'd you get hit by? A 7? What'd you get hit
It's
by?
just like, it's a bird.
Kind of a big bird.
Yeah. And as it's coming down and getting lower, it starts staring at the two of you. And you can see that some of its flesh is rotted off and its wings are tattered.
Vanish.
All I heard was nope.
That is a 16 charisma save.
Okay.
Vanish. I love how Hippoley's like no play. Oh, there's some teenagers on a blanket. Nope. there's a bird. Nope.
And you cast, and it fades into the sky.
Okay.
That was a nope. And shortly afterwards, you hear the group coming back from the cave, from inside the cave.
Hippoly banished a bird.
Yep.
I don't know
Well-
what that means.
Did it come back after a minute?
But we gotta go. We should probably take off.
That mean okay.
Has it been a minute since he cast the spell, Scott?
It has been. It doesn't.
And it didn't come back?
Come back.
No.
Oh.
Okay, well that was a good call then.
Is it supposed to come back after a minute? I don't know if people even know. It's like
Well, if it, all right.
Never works before.
this is-
I love this spell, and I think Vesryn used it a few times. If you cast it on something that's not from this
Correct.
well, I know.
plane.
But obviously, people would know though.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, you
it's
should.
just like-
Every time he's used it, it works.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Sorry, I thought you were asking. I didn't realize it was Hipley.
Alright, so we found Lady David. She's like in a crystal thing. Well, anyway, apparently Nios wants to ascend to God for it, so he wants to find a God essence and like become a god through all that stuff. But we apparently made enough problem for him that he decided that he's gonna put us in this sort of in between place, or in between Shadowfell and this material plane, so we stay in this sort of in between place. And
I mean, it
Wait,
shouldn't be that much to worry about, though, right? It shouldn't be that much.
Everybody or just us?
just us, I think, and like other people that are kind of powerful, like David, and so
So everyone else is not real?
kinda, yes.
I mean, we shouldn't have that much problems, right? Though, I mean, it's not like people just walk around with the essence of God. It's got to be pretty hard to find.
Were you saying something?
No, it just seemed like Lady Diabus was part of possibly a network that was protecting Elixia.
Yeah. She said she seemed to be part of a network that was protecting Elixia, and I mean, there probably aren't a lot of goddesses, floating around, but that doesn't mean Nios doesn't know where one is.
I mean, I think, look into what I mean. I say telepath, but I mean, don't we technically have one? Like, there's telepath in your head. Don't we have one?
I guess we technically do have one, but why wouldn't you just go and get it then?
I think he's.
Oh my gosh.
Mine.
That's why he's going after you! He wants the book in your secret library, so he keeps sending you weird dreams.
Oh. That makes sense. And it's almost worked like 5 times, so. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well,
I mean,
we also
if
found-
this book we get to get out, essentially, so. Is that
Yeah.
kind of.
well, she said that I needed to make a new song to counteract the old songs, because we're like in an old weave, which is like an old spell song that traps us. And also, we've been experiencing weird stuff because Nios likes to just be cruel. So that's why music sounds weird to me, and that's why everything tastes like fish. That's why you can't teach kids anything. That's why
Let's be
Jada
fair.
can't think
Nobody can
straight.
teach kids anything.
That's why I can't what?
Think straight.
Well, part of it's also because you're stuck
Figure out
between
how
the
to
Shadowfell and the material plane. So you're experiencing
fine. What are you
things
talking
from
about?
both.
Well, I figured the only thing you really like doing is thinking. So
Oh, remember with
Killing
Shinrin,
things.
they said what made Jada was stolen magic from Nios.
oh yeah, so maybe they're just
Maybe it can't affect what is already something connected to him.
Did you sure you just feel okay? I mean,
Yeah, I feel fine. You guys are the ones experiencing the weird, wonky world stuff.
well, you're here too, so I mean, well, maybe Jay's not gonna real then. I mean, maybe she's just thinking, no.
maybe they're just a figment.
I wish.
So blah 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 things. Oh, we can, and he's tied to the island, so he can only affect our reality through his own experiences. Anyway, we need to
Kill
go.
Nios.
Yeah, we need to kill Nios, but he's got like his powerful nexus points, and we found out where Jesus' mom is. That's
What?
nice. Yeah, we found out. she's kind of on the way, so we go say hi.
Wow. Well, at least there's something good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man. This is your first time really meeting her, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So then I guess if I remember correctly, then so you're going to bring a song, right? Because I remember we sang with them down the water. They're all about music for, and so you're going to write like a special song to meet her with.
That was not on my mind.
Oh. Cool.
But
What? God.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, actually, like music. So I don't know. I mean,
I was thinking though, Desus, you were saying you didn't know if we should stop there, but if your people are in the water or from the water, they might know other ways into the eye that we might find useful.
There could be some sort of like underwater
Like a
entrance
waterway
or something. Because we did learn that, I mean, Niles can see everything coming to the island and ships wreck. Like, he tries to get them wrapped on the shore, so.
wait, so we can go in the water. Wait, so please, your mom's okay. So we're affected, but if the water's going to be fine. So we're just kind of carrying it with us. So like we're really here, but we're kind of not. I just want to make sure I'm getting it correctly.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think we're in reality, but how we perceive it is being affected. I think that's what's going on.
Okay.
That or we're like just
Like a veil.
the whole yeah, it's like a veil. You know, maybe we're all just stuck somewhere else, and this is a big shared dream. But
It seemed more like the other. Like you're in both places, so you're experiencing more one, the material, but the shadow is a constant intrusion on you.
It's like, so she gets her minor illusion out, and she makes her like tiers of like the material plane and the shadow plane and whatever, and then she kind of like
My sandwich.
tilts
I was gonna say the sandwich.
Yeah, gets the sandwich out, and then she tilts the material plane and the shadow fell so that they like cross over each other in like an X. And she says, it's kind of like that. See, we're at a crossing point between two of them, so we're getting a bit of both.
I like to use imagery. It'd be reteach it. That's a really good way to explain. Anyway.
Oh, thank you. So I guess we're going to Desus's mom and then the
Sounds like it.
So this
okay.
means we have to go back on a boat.
For a bit.
Yes,
And then
yes.
into the water.
Yes.
We also
Great.
have a good look at imagery. I mean, there's nowhere we're screwed either way. You know, on land or snails. On water, we fought that Shantrin fellow. So I mean, anywhere we're gonna go,
I'm
it's
not
gonna be.
worried about fighting.
No. What's the problem? The water?
I don't like boats. I don't like
You
water.
don't. What? So,
How did you not know this about me?
I mean, you know.
I didn't.
I say that was what?
Jada didn't join us when we went to talk with the Nereids.
Oh. Well, because, I mean, I know Dwen doesn't fare well sometimes. Don't have swim on the boats. But I didn't know Jada really bad too, so I'm sorry.
I can't throw up.
Oh,
That's
what
not-
you feel like?
It's not the problem.
Oh.
Get a rusty feeling.
Oh.
Salt in my ears.
Okay, well, I guess we're just gonna go to Riesa. We can book passage for
There's no
Whatever.
ships in Ray, so they go ocean. You'd have to go to Phelan
Oh, okay.
or Cairo, one or the other.
Been doing a lot of work in Phelan, so maybe we can go there. If it's closer.
Yeah, Phelan's closer to where you are now than.
Yeah, Cairo's
Then
where
Cairo.
I finally found it. Okay, I guess we're going to Phelan.
This is exciting. At least we're getting to meet Lisa's mom, so this is a good trip.
Are you going down the stairs to the bottom, or are you flying down?
We can't. I'm out of spells now.
So you okay? So by the time you get down to the bottom, it starts to turn to night, Desus, can I get an Arcana check, please?
Okie dokie.
Lips are so tired. Oh my god.
Maybe the fairy dragon will asleep by their tree.
Not bad. That's an 18 total.
As you're walking, you get to the bottom of the mountain and you start to walk away from it, you notice that the stars shift a little bit again.
The stars moved.
Maybe it has to do with the veil being like, as Twin showed us earlier,
I
a
think so.
crossover.
Because you may not know exactly how the stars should be over Elixia. Or how we would see it.
True.
I will give you an inspiration for that.
Hey!
That was a good insight.
You need to roll for it. Bam.
Yeah, it's probably come from like what you're saying, like from where he's at, what he sees, which is what it would be a different part of the world. That's cool. That's smart. Yeah. Good job.
Yay.
So you're going to travel to Phelan from here.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go and
Okay.
we'll go to, probably Riesa, stay there a night,
Okay.
start walking.
Does anyone have any manacles? So, like, I guess to a room.
Manacles.
What?
Do I have manacles?
Don't just, like,
Why?
hang up when
No.
it sleeps. Because, I don't know, I don't want to dream of, like, do something stupid.
I can
I
wrap
won't
you up
let
in
do
a
anything
net.
stupid.
It never works, okay. That'll be kind of comfortable, at least. I mean,
Can make a hammock and cocoon you in it.
It would be the first one I would trap the net to be back on that boat. With Vesryn. Sometimes. But that'd work. I just want to make sure I don't inadvertently get what he wants, so.
No.
I'd kill you first.
Is he trying to
I
get from,
would.
what do you worry about him getting in your dreams and getting from you?
I guess essentially he's a god. I mean, if you didn't know, I'm kind of a god myself, and so trying to use me because don't tell anyone no. Especially now, but I'm.
Listen, I don't even need an insight check to know that's bullshit. So
Why? Do what you want.
We sealed the god in a book because he was bad news, and now it's in Hipley's magic library. So, because we don't know what else to do with it.
well, that's terrifying. You think perhaps we should? Do you think we should try to find something to do with it before we go there and potentially present it to him on a platter?
It's at least in another plane, because the library's in another plane.
No.
But I mean,
Like,
if you
I can like get rid of the library, kind of. I guess. I mean, maybe like break the staff or something.
I'd do that.
but that might just.
I mean, that might just, we don't know if breaking the staff will actually get out of the library, because other librarians exist anyway.
True. We can probably get it from them. Who knows? We never.
No, you might be working on them too.
Yeah, it might be moved. Maybe we already has it, but we'll know because we're still here. I assume if we got it, we'd be fine. Or maybe not. I don't know what we do as a god. Well, that's terrible. We have to wait another 5. What? How many days? It'll be like a day, right? Should
I
we
feel like
6 days to find out?
I feel like it's
Yeah,
been
at
like-
least 2.
From here, it's a
It's
couple
been like- I
days
think
to
it's
get
been
to
like 3.
Phelan.
3 days. Okay.
Yeah, it's a few
It's
days to
been
get
3.
to Phelan
Okay.
from here. And you get a room in Raisa, get through the night. No issues, no dream issues, and you hit the road. 3 days later, you get to the walls of Phelan, which Phelan is a pretty big city. It's it's walled. It has both the ocean on one side and a really large lake on one side, Lake Roswin. There's a
Is there
bridge.
any signs with fish arms signs?
Let me see if any of you see fish with arms. No, only Moore Kent sees them.
Well, do we see signs? Because I remember they put signs up around the lake saying fish with arms.
Yeah.
Like
You
beware
probably
fish with
do.
arms.
Yes. Yeah, why not?
And
You
when
might
I see
still
them, I
that.
just look at you guys. I look back at the sign, and I just go, weirder and weirder. This
You know, I have a friend who really does. I guess he found him. And she just kind of sighs and keeps walking.
Or he put the signs up.
Since it maybe
could have
have
been that.
visions, I mean, where anyone has a good weird visions, they'll give it of a note, which I mean, that's not necessarily normal, I would say, but.
At the gate,
Was
they.
it here that the fish rained?
Huh?
Wasn't it Phelan that the fish rained?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Dwayne looks up.
Fish rain.
It rained fish here once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like weird
complete
fae
fish?
stuff.
Were they like dead fish or complete, just like flopping fish?
No, they were flopping.
They were flopping.
They were
The
alive
city had a lot of fish to eat.
for weeks.
Oh,
It was
for
gross.
Weeks. So it was nice, but also you never got rid of that smell.
The
Yeah.
sound of flapping, just flap, 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 flap. Oh man.
Yeah.
I look up.
By the way, that actually
The shape
does.
of fish.
That actually does happen in the world. In reality, it's usually from like tornadoes lifting fish up from the sea and throwing them somewhere else,
Sharknado
miles
seems
away.
like-
Not Sharknado, no!
Sharknado.
Yeah, it can't lift up sharks, I don't think, but it can lift up a lot of little fish, like a school of small fish, and throw them over miles away into a town. Yeah, it actually
you're-
happens.
Yeah, you're walking through town, and Dwayne's just looking around. The city, I should say. And those of you who are close enough will hear her mutter, "I hate this place."
Me too.
I hate this place.
I didn't know Cerridwen hated Phelan.
She didn't used to.
Oh. Okay. Well,
And where do you go in Phelan, Cerridwen? You're the only one that. Well, no, you and Hipley both know it.
She goes to the
somehow.
docks.
Straight to the docks, like
Yeah, she
getting,
goes
booking
to
a
the
boat
docks.
right away.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if there's a. The first ship out that'll be heading east is out in 3 days.
She just like rolls her head back, like,
Yep.
fine.
But you don't need to go east.
Rip.
What about west? Wait, we don't need to go east.
Is it
What
it's
about
south,
west?
right? Is it
Then you
south?
go south.
we have to go north.
Yeah, I mean it's
Stop
southeast. It's southeast. Actually, east is probably the better way because you'll go east and then you'll go south from where you arrive in the east.
That's like southeast.
Like here in Wythe would be a good stop, and then you head south past Mayapolia.
All right, fine. I try to find passage for that.
I mean, if they're going east,
That's
we
where
can
they're
always,
gonna go.
if that's the closest ship that's leaving, we can go east, find another ship south, kind of thing, if we need.
Yeah,
to.
yeah. There's a lot more ship stuff east. Ships here mostly go east, and then they go south from there or north from there. Not many go north from there.
So we're gonna have to book passage east to go to like Hyrule, and then we're gonna have to go.
No, you'll go east to Wythe, or Arendelle.
Okay, so since there's none going west, we're gonna go east to go west.
You'll go east to go south.
So we'll go east.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let me see if I have the map with the ley lines and stuff. Oh, no.
There's no more demon tiger things.
Oh man, the eye is way down there.
Yeah.
I think this-
Yeah, it's way out of the way.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we'll have to
So
probably hit a few places. Probably have to stop in Moraletta at one point. I mean, it just makes sense. It's along the route.
Yeah,
Tyron.
I mean, you know some of that area down there, Eisen. The neck of Mayapolia is where you lived. which is in the area that says the coast of Ganloon. In Torby, you know that's where you lived there for a while too.
Well, hopefully they don't go back there.
Well, let's go so we can see how weird your home
Oh, I
is.
found the item.
I don't say anything to you guys about
I know,
Torbe. I'm just thinking, we don't go back there.
And we have
But-
to know shit.
You've never.
Where's the eye? I thought it was in Eridania.
It's at the very bottom of the thing of the map. There's a little island with all the ley lines running into it.
Is
Pentalate?
Tamor?
Oh no, the eye. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah, it's pretty far down. Okay. So you're going to book passage, get your ship set up. You have 3 days. What are you going to do while you're here for 3 days?
Maybe we can get you ready to be on a boat.
I don't
Which is
really
like
need
before. I don't know.
ready to be on a boat. I don't need to prepare to be on a boat.
You say you don't like it, so we can like maybe practice having a small boat to get used to it. You don't hate it as much.
Yeah, that makes it better.
We were on a boat for I don't even know how long. I don't think if I didn't get used to it then, I'm gonna get used to it now.
Well, maybe that's a weird thing. Then maybe the weird thing with you is that you don't not hate boats anymore. That could be the thing.
I don't think that's how it works.
Fine. I just want to help, but if you don't want to get used to boats, it's fine.
I'm never gonna get used to boats.
Is
Bad attitude.
Vesryn
No.
buried here?
Is Vesryn what?
Is Vesryn buried here? Or
I don't
like we didn't really bury him, but he's officially
right.
dead. We preserved his body.
Is he?
I think it is here.
It
Because
is,
remember,
yeah.
his dad brought the body here so they can keep it preserved, so we can figure out. So because you guys were trying to figure out what you could do about it at
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, it's probably
Oh.
in the Brock, in the temple to Aquar.
Morkant probably watches over it.
It's creepy. Sorry.
Temples and churches have always done creepy things with bodies, all through history.
That pain expression.
Look at the pharaohs. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Well,
isn't
now
Vesryn's
there's-
mom here?
Huh?
Isn't Vesryn's mom here too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solana?
Yeah.
Only you, Jada, knows that.
Yeah,
No,
Actually,
I did tell you guys that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That she went on her
Yeah.
little sabbatical.
And Morkant's here, and I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there was a lot of stuff you guys did in Phelan, so there's a lot of people you probably know here now.
I could just absorb all the time and go to she's gonna go to the Brock. But if anyone else wants to do something, then just let me know.
I think Eisen is just going to be taken into local customs, maybe doing readings for people for coin, do a little bit of gambling with some cards, just typical
Going to jail.
Stuff.
road stuff. Yeah, trying to make some coin while I'm here. Might as well try to make some money.
Or get arrested.
He doesn't do anything too bad. He
I
doesn't
mean, that's a
like,
rogue
cheat at
thing
cards.
too.
Yeah, no, he doesn't cheat at cards. He doesn't need to. Well, I mean, he does cheat, but
He doesn't
I just-
need to.
he reads people's minds. He doesn't need to cheat. Like, he doesn't have to hide
Right, he
cards.
doesn't have to cheat more.
Wow.
That's not cheating. That's using the skills that God gave him, or the gods gave
I
him.
would like to go with the one time and just tell the people to not like cheating one time, but otherwise I think I would see Vesryn as well one time, and when probably one time would go with at least once before you take off.
I'm not gonna do that. At all.
If you want to hang out with me, I'll teach you how to play cards.
I know how to play cards. Jesus, what you doing?
Jesus.
She's thinking.
Thesis is thinking.
Probably at some point she might visit the Brock on her own. So the next time Gwen goes, they just see just flowers of fern leaves and Egremelia and Candelian, which were the 3 flowers Thesis had made for the corsage. And then added to it is coriander, which is meant for hidden worth.
Okay.
But
I think they probably
otherwise,
look
she otherwise she just starts chilling in whatever cheap room they find.
There are cheap rooms in the city, and they're spread out all over the place. So you can be by the docks, you can be mid-city, you can be along the lake. The lakefront's actually nice. It's actually probably a little bit more expensive over there. Along the river is nice. That's where the Brock is. But it really doesn't matter. You can get rooms and get whatever things you need for the trip. It's a big city, so there's a lot of availability of stuff. If there's anything you wanted to buy or anything before the trip, if it's mundane things, you can get almost anything. There is no ye old magic shop though, so that's not really an option.
Oh, magic.
I will just be accompanying Thesis, except for when she goes to the Brock. I will not do that, but every other time.
Yeah, just at some point you notice that she turned into a bird and flew off one evening, and then came
She's
back.
not
for
gonna
now.
tell me what she was doing.
Nope.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
Looking for those bluebirds.
Just
And
saying,
Hipley,
I'll be right back. There's something I gotta do.
what are you doing, Hipley? Are you gonna go see your kids?
No, what the heck?
Ew.
They're weird.
But no, like I said, I visited the Brock at least one time. Maybe like I wouldn't want because I know there's something up, so like I wouldn't. It's gonna hurt more to the kids like acting like they are around me. So I feel like it's my fault that they're doing that, especially if they're really real and they're like part of reality. Like if he was gonna like, kind of blame himself for what's going on with it, so he definitely doesn't want to at least have them notice him. Like you want to see them from a far enough away to make sure there's no like just being kids, but not to the point where you're like back with them.
Okay.
Actually, Scott, could I follow one of them one night to the Brock just because I see where they're going? Because I don't know anything about this stuff because I'm just curious as to why they keep going this place.
You can just ask, when you're walking around the list, you can just like, we're going to see our friend.
It seems like you guys are all very sensitive about the subject, and he's the new person. He doesn't want to press his luck.
Guys, it's okay. I said someone died, one of our friends died, and this is where he's buried, so that's what we're going.
Yeah, you start. You see Hipley heading towards that direction one night. Are you gonna
And then
stealth or just talk to him?
Yeah.
I would attempt to just stealth first, follow and see where they're going.
Okay.
Which is very good roll. I rolled a natural 19, and then I have a huge. Well, I have a +9 to my stealth. So.
Jeez, okay.
28.
Yep, 28.
I
So-
also go to the Brock. I'm not gonna roll that high to
Yeah.
proceed.
Yeah, so you stealth along and don't get caught, and you see Hipley head to the Brock, into the Brock.
Yeah. I'll probably follow in. Change the color of my cloak as I enter, so I can blend in with what
You just
people are wearing.
randomly
Inside.
stalk. Mm-hmm.
Just from a distance.
Yeah, I leave a book.
I don't want to intrude on your time with your friend either. So.
You just want to quickly watch the shadows?
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm going
Yeah.
to leave a book, and I'll probably see what thesis left, and I'll probably cry a little bit because that's like it's going to get me, so yeah. Kind of swear because I'm kind of angry too, because like, all the emotions.
Around the central fire pit, they have a bunch of wash basins set up, and the clerics are bathing, and they're using it, they all bathe at one time. They get their own bath, and they use the heat of the fire pit to warm it up, and then they pull them a little bit further away, and then they bathe. And they're all in there just enjoying the warm water. Like, oh, the soak when you get in.
Are we supposed to wait? So we're
No, it's just the kind of, it's just an activity that they do.
Oh, like this. Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Throw the book like somewhat angrily to leave. It's like you're on the book a little more. Kind of shut the book down and then leaving.
What do you do, Eisen, when you see Hipley turn to start to leave? You're near the door.
Well, I would blend into the crowd.
Of the naked priests?
No, the blend into the shadows. Sorry, I'm thinking like there's
okay.
a crowd. I forgot. So.
Okay.
The crowd of people that are just doing.
I did meet Morcant because Morcant did show up at the thing. Do I see Morcant in here anywhere?
Oh, yeah, bathing.
I'd wait till they're done bathing, and then I would approach him and ask him. I try to understand, about their friend, what happened. Just understand what they went through. I don't want to bring up those memories with them, but I'd like to know, so I just know how to navigate this strange circle of friends. In a sense, whenever it comes to.
Just ask them. Let's get the details from the.
It's just how he is. He doesn't. You guys, listen. It's rocky right now with y'all. And just, hey, so tell me about your friend that died. I don't want to talk to you about this. So.
And Morcant doesn't tell you. He says I would suggest that it is a private matter between those who are really involved. Even now, I don't think it's a comfortable path to cross for someone that is
which is what I'm
newly
trying to understand,
acquainted.
Because I'm going to be traveling with them.
It's not for me to tell you, though. They're your traveling companions. They'll tell you when it feels right to them, I imagine.
So Morcant.
It is so Morcant.
Morcant. Good job, Scott. Inspiration to Scott.
I'm channeling Morcant.
No.
I love Brandon.
Inspiration to Scott.
I love Brandon because Brandon would, anytime he could make something simple, he would make sure he made it as hard as possible for you. I love Brandon for it, but Scott pulled it off perfect. That is 100% Morcant.
Have you tithed anything lately? Clothing for the children, or some finances to cover the food for the orphans that still remain, that haven't been found homes yet? Thank goodness there aren't that many yet, or that many anymore. But their costs are something.
Yeah, I'm sure that is.
And he puts out a cup, an alms basket.
You're asking a rogue for money?
Yep.
He'll throw.
He doesn't know you're a rogue. He just thinks you're a dude.
He'll throw it. Well, I'm a little short on cash right now, and he'll throw in like 5 copper. That's about what he's.
That's something. That's fine.
Yeah.
That'll cover a
He
couple
doesn't.
meals.
I mean, I'm not from this island. He doesn't. Everything he just said to him was like, "What? Like, what do you mean orphans? About what?" Actually, you know what? You know what, Scott?
I do know what.
I think he would actually. Now I'm thinking about it. He probably would give some coin. He'll give. No.
One copper. One more copper.
He'll give. I'm trying to get an even number here. 16 gold.
Damn.
He
He hit up the right rogue.
Yeah, he did. 26 silver. And the 30 copper.
Wow, thank you. This is very generous.
This is for the kids.
Are you a merchant?
Family of merchants.
Are you from? You don't sound like you're from Elixia, so you said you're not.
No.
Where are you from?
Torbay.
Torbay. See if he knows.
It's It's from a country called Minivet.
I know the country. I've never heard of Torbay though.
Yeah.
Well, welcome. This will cover quite a bit. Thank you so much. Please tell your traveling companions that I said hi, and if they have a chance, they could come by. Maybe we could do a dinner or something tonight, or one night before, in the next few days. How long are you all staying?
Is this what day 2? Would this be?
Sure.
Oh, we've got one more day, and then we're leaving on a ship. So
Perhaps we should have a dinner tomorrow or something before you leave, or tonight before you leave. If you all want.
I kind of came here on my own, so you may want to reach out to them yourself. It might be a little weird if I just come back. I didn't want to stress them out or concern them. I was just trying to understand their situation. They're grieving.
I just don't know where anyone's staying at the moment, but I'll ask around. I'm sure that nobody's hiding where they're staying. It was nice seeing you again, Eisen.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Go Badgers.
Yeah. And he just kind of chuckled to that, and we'll turn out and go back off into the night. You did. You broke chest.
Like a football cheer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like that broke
It's in this holy
Wisconsin
place.
Badgers.
The Badgers.
Go
Got the
Badgers.
jersey on underneath the robes.
It's just so serious and so blunt. And then, okay, I'm sorry.
Football. There's
Well,
no
that's
difference
also
between a
how
football
Morcane is.
person and a Badger person.
Oh, my
So
cheeks
it's
hurt.
a clerk and I'll do for Badgers.
And then I'll step out into the night breeze and head back to where I'm staying.
Okay.
Which is I'll probably be staying in the lakeside. I like to live it up when I can.
Do you have any money left?
Oh yeah, I still have money left.
Okay.
Ugh.
Don't worry.
Jeez, okay.
Don't worry, Jazz. I'll get it.
I don't have that much money, guys, but yes, I have money left.
So it's braided.
All right.
Okay.
So you all get some time in the city, and I think it's a good place to break before we head out on the ship.
No, wait, I have a dramatic scene.
Oh, then do it. Let's do it.
I have a dramatic scene. Oh god. Well, first we're gonna have a practical scene because we're in a large city and I have a bunch of like junk I just want to sell.
Okay.
I have like 2 scimitars, and then we have the Manticore horde that has coin purses, gems, strap purse attached to an arm, coins, scrolls, vials, metal toy that
Oh
has
my
round
God.
holes on both ends. So she's just gonna like go to just
Send me the list, and I'll just give you numbers.
okay, sounds great. So after that, she does it on like the second day, and she waits to the last night after everyone is out asleep or out, and then of course Jade is awake, so she says, "I'm just gonna go out for a bit. I'll be back in the morning."
They have for me.
Okay. And she goes to the rock.
Okay.
And I imagine Morcant is already just like there.
Yeah. He's
Gonna
all
gives
the time.
her this look. Can I see him?
Yeah, you see him over like at the fire. He's setting up the fireplace. It looks like he's actually teaching a younger cleric how to properly maintain the fire.
She sort of.
He finishes up.
My Morcant.
Oh, Cerridwen, I was wondering if you were going to come see me. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. We just found
Wow.
out when.
For you to tell me that you're hanging in there means that you're not doing well at all.
I'm not. But I don't have time to not do well. Gotta deal with Nios and gotta deal with the world falling apart like usual.
If we don't have any time for our own stuff, when do we get it? It doesn't go away. The world always seems to be near ending around here.
Yeah, well, you and I both know. I'm supposed to write a song or something. I don't think I can do it.
I don't think there's anything that you can't do.
She's genuinely surprised to hear that from Morcat, who is like practical and like
It's
skeptical
true.
in all ways except Eckler.
He's always thought highly of your capabilities. Always. Right from the start.
Oh, I really didn't expect that from you. Thanks.
I mean, if you don't, we all perish anyway, so.
And there he is. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I hope I am.
So, she changes the subject because she just doesn't want to talk about it. So, those people that have multiple souls in them, do we know how they're doing?
Oh, they mostly have gone mad. We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know what to do to undo that.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of working on that.
You are?
Yeah, we have more disembodied souls that needs new bodies, and I guess I'm trying to figure out how to get them back in to new ones.
How do you have more disembodied souls? Did you come across another hag or something?
So, you know how we have the ascensions? Well, what happens is that people get teleported to the Shadowfell, where they're then like fed to like shadow beings or like dead gods, and so what happened was we had Solana, which is Ezra's mom, who like she took them with her soul calibers and put them in jars, and she's just like, I don't really get it, but we have jars and souls. Remember the soul jars we found?
Yes.
In that, yeah, we have those.
Oh my god.
And we're just like, what do we do with these? I don't know. Do we release them? Do we put them to rest? Don't they deserve to live? So now we're just like, what do we even do with all these souls?
And I don't feel that I would have the right to end their lives.
No. So we just have a big sack of jar souls on top of everything else. She just kind of like puts her head on Morgan's shoulder, and she's just like, I'm so tired. I'm tired of things in the world and having it braided. She just sits there for a minute. She's not crying. Like, she's like beyond the point of crying. She's just like, just defeated and deflated on Morgan.
It's so funny because of your size difference. It's like he tries to give you a consoling hug, and it's like hugging a giant tree.
It's just
He's just so so complicated of a thing. And, you know, you have all of the rest of the people you're with. Can't they take on some of the burden or some of the... Honestly, I don't know what to do about the souls.
Well,
I barely know what to do with souls that are in people, much less ones that don't even have a person that they're connected to.
Well, Jade is kind of working that one. And Hippolyte and Jada and Desis are all, you know, we're all kind of working together on it. There's a new guy named Eisen, and I don't know what to think about him yet.
Eisen, he was here the other day. He left a very nice tithe, a very large one.
She looks up. I honestly didn't expect that.
Neither did I. I thought I would see a
Good
few
for him.
copper, and it was way more than that.
No. Well, I'm gonna go see him now. That's okay.
What the whole island, since the return of the people who ascended, has felt like it didn't get any better from that. But you know, having the people back that were missing, some of them are starting to get an occasional smile back. So I suspect that maybe time will solve some of the more mundane things. And that is thanks to all of you. Maybe some of these things, the rewards aren't immediate. They'll take time. And maybe you should give yourself time to both grieve what's happened and time to see the fruition of all your labors happen too. I mean, you got your son back. Your mom and sister are still here and healthy. Saren doesn't. I don't think Saren's still part of that cult to Kuhulain, right?
Don't think so.
Okay, that's a benefit. I mean, maybe look at the small things and see that there are some good things happening around what you've done too. There's just one person trying to undo it, and that's a blessing too. It's only one.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know that there's good things in my life. Glad Talison's back, and glad he's being a teenage boy, despite everything that's happening. And I'm glad my mom cares about me, and Saren's there, and I just have this emptiness in me.
Has anyone reached out to see how you're doing and actually try and help you through some of this? I mean, you have several friends with you. You can lean on them, you know. Weren't you and Desis starting to get on pretty good?
I mean, we're close. They help.
But not like that? Not where you could lean on her as a friend?
I do lean on her as a friend.
Do you feel you lean on her too much as a friend?
She's just like, I don't feel anything right now. She's like, no, maybe? No, I don't think about it. She's just like, look, I'm trying to get through the stuff that I'm feeling, and I just want to see the body, so I'm just gonna go, okay? Just, see. I'm gonna see Vesryn.
Let me show you where it is. And he walks you down a hall that you've gone down before and you're familiar with. And you end up in the room where the interrogation of the demon was.
The succubus,
The
right?
succubus, yeah. But
Oh,
when
man, that's where me and Morcom became brothers, blood brothers.
yeah.
It was
And-
before Talbot Muse, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And he opens the door, and inside there's a crate that has the body preserved in ice, and the ice is maintaining this preservation. And he says, I'll leave you to it. And there's one chair sitting there. There's flowers all over the crate. And there's one chair, and it says on a little nameplate, Cerridwen. And then you hear the door close as he leaves.
She just spends a long time at the door. And then she goes to the chair and she's like almost mad that she's that transparent. And like for a long time just doesn't even like sit in the chair. She just walks around the room and almost avoids why she even came in the room. And then eventually she can sit in the chair.
It's a big chair. It's not like the ones they normally have around here.
She's not that much, right? And the crate's closed, I'm assuming.
Yes.
She goes up and she like touches the crate and like almost opens it and puts it down, and then she has to wrestle with herself over just getting the crate open. And she looks at him. And sees the man she loves. And she goes back to the chair. And stews. And gets up. And paces the room. And then finally turns at the body in this case of ice and says, I'm just so angry at you. I can't feel anything except anger right now. Because I told you not to do that. I heard about it in the woods. I let go. I chose to hope that you wouldn't die because of the way you were. And she can't form words as she stalks around the room. I can't feel anything except anger. And then I'm angry more at me because I knew when I was casting that spell, dude, everyone out of Shadowfell, I knew it was the last time I would see you. Just knew it would happen. I just chose to let go. Now, I'm supposed to be better, and now I'm supposed to save the world again. And I don't know if I could do it because you're not here. I have a voice because you're gone. And then she just goes and sits in the chair. And the scene ends. Find her back there in the morning. She's back at the hotel in the morning.
Yeah. And that's a good place to fade to black and in the session. Yeah. Well, thank you everybody that was in chat. Powerful
Scott,
into
real
the
quick.
night. Yep.
I want to say with it earlier, I think Jada said Hipley, we wanted to vote for him to get inspiration, and Hipley also just brought it up for inspiration for Dwyn. So, I mean, I'm good for both those votes.
Okay. Both you get inspiration then. Win all around.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mark.
Well, thank you everybody. We will see you next week. It was a deep end of the session tonight. Have a good night. See you on Tuesday. Bye.